This is the emergency broadcast system. This is not a test. Repeat, this is not a test. Citizens are advised to take the following steps. Stay alert to news media events or local emergency alert notifications. Avoid contact with the infected. If evacuation isn't possible, move indoors and initiate in-place sheltering. Use a gas mask, or if none are available, cover your mouth and nose with a clean cloth that has been soaked with a solution of 1 cup water and 1 tablespoon of baking soda. Also, cover bare skin and make sure that cuts and abrasions are covered. If exposed, remove clothes and seal in a plastic bag. Immediately wash off using copious amounts of warm, soapy water or a diluted 10-to-1 bleach solution. Since biological agents are being used to combat the outbreak, be sure to shut the windows and air intake vents to your shelter. If possible, stay upwind from the source of biological agents. Seek medical attention as quickly as possible after coming into contact with the infected or a biological agent. If evacuated, do not return home until local authorities say it is safe. Upon arriving home, open up all the windows and doors to provide natural ventilation. Do not attempt to try mechanical ventilation, such as electric fans, as an explosive threat may be present. Find out from local authorities how to clean up your land and property. Discard food and water supplies that were impacted by the hazardous material contamination. This is the emergency broadcast system.
Is anyone out there? We're survivors held up in a warehouse. The zombies have overrun the city. Supplies are running short. Is anyone out there? Please, we need help. We're almost out of food. The zombies have been beating on the doors day and night for weeks now. I'm not sure how long we can keep them out. Hello? We need help.
You can call me stupid, yes, you can call me sheep. You can say I'm lazy, you can say I'm weak. You think that using her would get to me, and if you're right then you're in trouble, D. 'Cause I won't break, no I know I won't wait. You're in trouble, D. But when it comes to her, you better keep it sealed. Don't you dare say a single word, or I will strike you where it feels. You think that using her would get to me, and if you're right then you're in trouble, D. 'Cause I won't break, no, I know I won't wait. You're in trouble, D.
While there is still no word on a cure for the virus, government officials report the virus is not airborne, but can be transferred through contact with blood and other bodily fluids. The virus seems to be making people uncontrollably violent, and also somehow seems to be reanimating the dead. When asked, a White House
Thank you for the sub. We appreciate you.
whether or not this was a terrorist attack.
Afro
Given the
Thundercat.
violent nature of the ones infected, the virus is spreading rapidly. Government officials are reporting that there is no known cure for the virus and is urging citizens to stay in their homes and avoid contact. Citizens are also urged to lock and barricade all doors, windows, and any other point of entry. Riots nationwide are prompting local governments to declare martial law. The president is asking that citizens find safety and remain calm. Authorities are working on a plan to contain the outbreak.
Diamonds so pearls, and I will gonna take you traveling the world. But I can love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'll give you all of what I've got. The fancy things, baby, I have not. Just gonna love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, baby. Cross my heart and hope to die. Golden trinkets, mobile phone, expensive shoes, you can get your own. Just gonna love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. Just gonna love you, yeah, I'm gonna love you. I'm gonna love you, babe. Cross my heart and hope to die.
On today's episode of Zombie Network News, your official UB source, our hosts, Slayer Woof and Nifty Original, are going to play Undead Blocks live, talk about Undead Blocks related news and information, and talk a little about Web3 content and life in general. Specifically covering the new GameStop Loot Coffin collaboration and Medium article, and the new dates for the drop. Undead Blocks is a wave-based zombie survival game that is still in its beta gameplay phase. The full game is expected to release the end of 2022. You can download the game free at wagyu.io. Nothing said on Zombie Network News is financial advice. Always do your own research and make your own decisions. And now, a word from our sponsors. Zombie Network News is powered by FlyingPhoenixPCs.com, Quality Reborn. Go to FlyingPhoenixPCs.com to get your quality custom PC using coupon code ZNNUB at checkout for some amazing savings. They even have pre-built PCs with prices starting at just $700. Support Zombie Network News when buying your new PC from FlyingPhoenixPCs.com by using the coupon code ZNNUB.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you for jumping into Zombie Network News and watching us this morning, hanging out with us on this wonderful Monday morning. It is beautiful here for me. I don't know about for you. You're still on silent when you decide to start talking there, Slayer. We will, as you heard in the intro, we're going to talk a little bit about the Medium article that came out again over the weekend on the loot box or the loot coffin drop. Grant said that he is going to stop in here momentarily soon, so we do have him jumping by and saying hi. Getting messages here to see what's going on. Oh, okay, it's just people talking. Yeah. So that's our day this morning. We're gonna have some gameplay. We're gonna do some playing. I don't know why you keep fading out. Are you wearing green or what?
No, I'm wearing blue, but apparently it doesn't like it.
it's a green blue. At worst case, you could just get rid of the background.
Oh man, give me 1 second.
Yeah, you could just kill that background if you want to, and not use the green screen.
Yeah.
So guys, thank you for jumping in. Slayer took a potion of invincibility. Yeah, man, I could use some of them every once in a while. Like, of my superpowers, that would be one of the three. Like, you know, that whole when you're growing up, if you had a chance to pick 3 superpowers, invisibility is definitely one of the ones that I want. Good ad. Thank you, brother. Worked on that for all of 20 minutes last night. If that. Guess I just use an app to do the voiceovers. It's super easy. Just an AI app. I just gotta type in the words and spell a couple of them out. Because you can't, like, actually type out all of FlyingPhoenixPCs.com and just have it read it. You actually have to, like, spell it out for it. Like actual DOTCOM. Uh-oh, I hear him. We can hear him. Well, I could hear him before. I don't have to see him. So yeah, like I was saying, we do have Grant jumping in sometime today because he wants to, I think he also wants to go over the loot coffin drop and answer questions. There has been a lot of them in Discord over the last 2 days. There we go. Now we see it better. Was it a lighting issue then?
Yeah, I think it was the lights. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Makes sense. That's how it usually works. Nothing works easily anymore or properly all the time.
Always got to work out some kind of bug, right?
Person who invented the clock, how do they know what time it was? Well, yeah, right? I don't know. I mean, obviously the dudes were huge mental geniuses just to be able to figure out that there was an even 24 hours in a day and that it was 60-minute increments and that, 60 seconds per minute. Like, that was some serious inventiveness. And that's definitely not numbers that I would have time for. But I still have a theory that we're not actually in a global warming phase. We're actually just in a messed up time zone phase because they changed the number for pi, which is what did all the math for everything back in the day. That's how we figured out the Earth's rotation and the speed and all of that. So I don't think it's that, because I still feel like I get 3 months of winter and 3 months of summer and 3 months of spring and 3 months of fall. I just feel like they fall a month later than they used to. Like winter starts in November now instead of October.
Well, you want to hear my crazy out of the realm theory on that?
Let's do it. This is theory time anyway. We're just killing some time.
Okay, so here's my theory. And actually, my girl was talking to me about it this morning on her way to work. So she was saying that her clock never keeps track of time properly. So I said to her, well, the reason it doesn't do that is because I guess you can't. How am I going to... I can't hear you because you're on our Discord unless...
Yeah, if I open it up...
Because you're muted in our Discord. Can you unmute in there?
If I
or does it echo
Discord,
for you?
It's going to echo everything, yeah. Because then because I'm giving the desktop audio, so it just starts hearing all of the mic outputs. I mean, I could try. I mean, it's a different microphone. It might work now.
I can't change.
We'll just see what happens now. If the viewers say that it's echoing, we'll know. You should be able to hear me now, though.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I definitely can hear you. Can you can hear me okay?
Yeah, I still hear you fine. It's just whether or not, I don't know if the viewers are getting it.
I think to me you sound perfect. Everyone in the chat, how does he sound? I think you sound perfect, actually.
All right, he still says, everybody says it's still good, no echo. So that's
okay.
Awesome.
I
think it was the other headset, that cheap ass.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, so here it is. So every day is actually not 24 hours. It's actually 24.36 or whatever it works out to be, right?
Yep. Here's Grant. Morning, Grant.
Oh, morning, Grant. How's it going, buddy?
Right, so it's off. So our clock is actually keeping. You're going to say that the watch is keeping the right time, and we're living by the wrong time. That's essentially what you're going with.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, because it doesn't account for those extra minutes and seconds during the day. It's actually not on the right time.
Yep.
That's why every 4 years you get an extra day, because they're like, oh, okay, all these seconds and minutes add up
Yep.
over 4 years to an extra day. It's 24 hours on a 4-year span. So if you do that and think to yourself that since we started keeping track of it, we might be a month behind. This is not financial gaming life advice.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I think that because of them changing the numerical number for pi, it just changed the math for everything that we had, which includes the full calendar.
Yeah. So we're kind of on the same. We should hash this out when we're not in front of a bunch of people. But I'll go right down the wormhole
we jump right into Philosophy Stories' first conversation.
Yeah, exactly.
Good morning,
First
Grant.
Monday
Good to
morning.
have you,
Welcome in, everybody.
What did I just walk into?
Oh, the most epic conversation
What are you guys
ever.
talking about?
We have general random conversations on a daily basis. You just happen to walk into one of them.
That's unbelievable. I definitely appreciate you guys having me. I like this weekly spot. It's good. We just tweeted out the new date for the GameStop drop, working with GameStop and their legal counsel and everyone involved. Everything has been approved. We're super excited. We're going live on December 5th with the post reveal for those loot coffins to be now December 19th. So super excited. Definitely happy to answer any questions you guys might have. Expect more details all week regarding what's in the coffins, the probabilities of pulling a specific skin or an item, talking about the gold, silver ticket items, showing off some new gameplay footage. There's going to be a lot coming out this week, so super excited to dive into it and happy to be here.
Good we could have you. Good we could have you. It was a good long weekend for you out there in Detroit. We know that too, so it was all right. What exactly do we want to? Yeah, man, that was a hard game.
Detroit was fun.
I'm not going to talk.
It was. I mean, look, the Lions they're coming up. Dan Campbell's got it going on. Need a little bit more talent.
Yeah.
We scathed through, whatever phrase you want to use, but it was fun. Detroit's a great city. We made a lot of progress. We did a Cureverse AMA. We also executed the Super Stonk giveaway, if you guys want to pull that up. So if you guys are watching and you're unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, we are launching our NFTs on the GameStop Marketplace. There happens to be this huge subreddit called Super Stonk, which is for people that are all things GameStop. They're super excited to be bullish on anything GameStop Marketplace related, anything Immutable X related. Obviously, our NFTs are powered by Immutable X. So we are going to batch mint 25,000 of these loot coffins, and they're going to be on the IMX Global Order Book. Now, some of this will only trade on the GameStop Marketplace. For example, the Super Stonk skin, which was a giveaway that we ran for the Reddit community, that is not going to be on the GameStop Marketplace. That's just an Immutable X L2 item. So that will be on the IMX Marketplace as well as other Global Order Book marketplaces that they choose to list it. But GameStop isn't going to list that, obviously, because they can't really have a formal relationship with Super Stonk, even though without that subreddit, they'd be nothing. So that is an asset that you guys can claim for free. If you guys are watching and you know nothing about the giveaway, all you have to do is go into our Discord. There is a Super Stonk giveaway channel, and there you'll post your address. It has to be an IMX L2 compatible address. MetaMask works just fine. And you will be able to enter, and you'll get a free Super Stonk weapon NFT, which you can use in our game. It's a cricket bat. It's like a paddle. It's super cool. We actually had over 3,000 comments and unique addresses posted in our Discord for this. So that's how you grow your community significantly in one day. And we're going to do more of this kind of stuff, targeting not just only the Super Stonk community, but other Reddit communities where these people know nothing about Undead Blocks. We give them a free skin, and it's like, hey, try our game. And we think it's really going to work out for us. So super excited about the results of that giveaway. If you guys haven't entered, there's still time. just go to our Discord, go into the Super Stonk giveaway channel, and post your address there, and you'll get a free Super Stonk weapon NFT or skin NFT. I'm sorry.
Quick question on that for you, Grant. Is that if you own multiple NFTs, what's the deal with that? How does that work?
So
like, is it just one per person, or
it's one per address per person. This is different than the Interstellar giveaway, formerly the To the Moon giveaway, but we had to change that branding again, working with GameStop's legal counsel. We can't say anything regarding To the Moon or anything. This is something where it's going to be a free asset. I mean, there's going to be thousands of them. So, I don't anticipate them having huge value on the secondary marketplace. It's more of like a Rep Your Cloud kind of thing. Like if you're a Super Stonk Maxi, like no better way to paddle the hedgies out with, the cricket bat. So it is one per person, one per address. In terms of the Interstellar giveaway, now this is where it gets interesting because if you participate in this GameStop NFT loot coffin drop, on the 5th, which will run through the 19th, if you collect 10 common coffins, 5 rare coffins, or 2 legendary coffins, it's basically about $50 to $60 in NFTs. You will get a limited edition GameStop themed skin. It's called the Interstellar skin. If you guys want to pull that up as well, it's in that Reddit. But we're going to post a tweet with that as well, so people can see what the skin looks like. And that's an RPG skin. And so these will be sequentially numbered. So this is the only time we're offering this specific skin. If you want one, you have to participate in the GameStop loot coffin drop. So we're excited that, GameStop is allowing us to do this. And it's super cool because people do like, the ability to collect rare and exclusive items. I think this is going to be a hot one because there are a lot of GameStop maxis, not only in our community, but all over the world. I think our community, there's a decent amount. I can name, a couple off the top of my head. Old Porter, Zumi. Some of these people really love what GameStop stands for. It does have the little computer share purple ring on the rocket, which is super cool. So if you guys want to collect this skin, you will have to participate in GameStop drop, or you can just buy the skin on the secondary marketplace. There will be a lot less of these than the Super Stonk one. I don't know how many there will be. Maximum there would be is 2,500, but that assumes that everyone buys 10 coffins, right? So I'm thinking there'll probably be a couple hundred ever to circulate, maybe even less, depending on how many people actually buy, the coffins. So we're excited to keep that one more exclusive for that community. But we're going to be doing more stuff like this. We teased the Turkey Day 2022 pump shotgun skin, which is kind of dressed like a turkey. That's going to be a super rare one to get, and we're going to give that away during the mint next week. More details on how you're going to be able to participate on that one as well. We're going to raffle some away. We're going to be raffling away some Poké Starter skins, Immutable X skins, some of our partner skins. For anyone that participates in the loot coffin drop, you're going to have to be active either on our Twitter or our Discord to be able to participate. But basically, if you buy some coffins, you're going to have a good chance to get some exclusive skins as well. And also, we want to make clear that if you pull a common or a rare, epic, or legendary skin, there will be opportunities within the game to collect. It's like, again, without getting into too much detail because we're still finalizing them, it's like if you play Monopoly at McDonald's and you collect a bunch of the common stuff, you can like swap it for rare items. So you will be able to use some common skins, some rare skins, and basically have a checklist for collect them all, and you will be eligible to unlock even rarer skins too. So our skins economy is going to be very robust. This is the first wave of it. Expect a lot more waves to come in the future. And this is just a way for us to get our community to participate, grow into a new community. A lot of these funds that we're going to be raising through the GameStop Marketplace are going back to Weapon NFT holders through daily earnings. So super excited for this. It's something we've been working with GameStop for a while on, and it's all coming to fruition next week.
Amazing.
Next week just is super soon. Everything's just coming together now. It's that crunch time.
It is crunch time, and this might impact our game release by a week or so. Like we were going to do it on the 1st. We're pushing it back to the 5th. Again, this is a very fluid situation here. So we're in a really good spot. There's going to be a huge update before the pre-reveal. And so you guys are going to be able to play with every single skin There's only one that I cannot commit to, one weapon. That is the RPG. We're still optimizing the RPG, but in terms of the hunting rifle, the M1A1, revolver, all these other weapons and skins, they will all be in the game. The only one I'm kind of backing off on is the RPG. We did get some feedback this morning that the RPG might take a little bit more time to implement, but every other weapon will be good to go. You will be able to rep your clout. There might even be a Wendigo or two that shows up in these loot coffins. So stay tuned. We're definitely excited for it. And one thing I will say is we've made a lot of progress, not just on the loot coffin drop, but on multiplayer. We got a new build on Friday with multiplayer. It's looking crisp, looking fantastic. So expect that to be coming out soon as well. And we have been rumbling. I did mention on, I forget who I was with. Oh, I was with Play Economy. A couple of people asked about this. We are working on a browser-based solution for Undead Blocks, where if you don't have a high-end PC, you will be able to go directly to our website, click Play Now, and it will pull you into a game through the web browser version. It's a big pain point for some of our users that don't have a high-end PC, and that's one that we're really excited about. So you will be able to access eventually on your phone, on your PC, on your Mac, or a web browser. I think that's going to be huge for us as we continue to grow and expand. So wanted to throw that one out there too.
I like that idea. That'll actually be really nice. Then for people like me that don't have the extra laptop really to run around with, can also just go sign into somebody else's computer when they're not at home.
That's just the easiest setup there for a Flying Phoenix PC's plug. I just teed you up.
I mean, it's very true, but I gave them a whole plug when we got here. But yes, we do have Flying Phoenix PCs does still sponsor the show. Do go there and utilize hashtag ZNNUB for your coupon code to make sure you get your free shipping and another discount. I actually made a whole commercial for them last
If you unlock a weapon skin, does that skin go on all the guns you own or just one weapon? It's just one weapon. So if you pull the gold RPG skin, you get a gold RPG in the game. Now you can sell that gold skin on the IMX or GameStop marketplace, and then you will lose access to it, but somebody else will have it.
Or you can hold it until you get your weapon.
True.
Yeah, that'd be something you want to hold on until there's a demand for it, and then let it loose.
So we're actually, a lot of these IMX marketplaces are ripping volume right now. We're taking the strategy of 0.5% royalty. On our Genesis and Apocalypse collection, there's a 5% royalty. That money goes directly towards sponsored tournaments and stuff. We're taking the approach for these skins is we want them to trade like digital collectibles. So we're only taking 0.5% royalty. There also is an IMX trading competition going on where you can collect IMX rewards for trading NFTs on their marketplace. I'm getting briefed on that this afternoon on what that structure is going to look like for our drop, but the royalty on these things is going to be really low. So we expect them to change hands pretty frequently, especially because there is going to be thousands of different iterations of skins on weapons. I think it's going to be super cool to see the microeconomy as it develops, but that really is the key. That's why we do something like the Super Stomp giveaway, because we just introduced potentially 2,000 to 3,000 new community members that, maybe they don't want to earn every day, but they want to collect some skins and buy, sell, and trade and support the GameStop marketplace. That's why we do these things. That's why it's imperative that we get to as many players as we can through free-to-play, because they're going to come in and they're really going to lift and support this microeconomy of skins while we have people that have a weapon NFT that are able to yield the benefits of that robust microeconomy. It's always been the vision. It's all coming together now. Really, it's on us. It's on our dev team to deliver this game to you guys, deliver the full game, make it fun, make it fresh, make it unique. But the infrastructure is there for us to really explode with this.
So Flitzy was asking, and when you attach it, when you try to sell, you got to sell the whole loadout already?
So background
you don't
on that
actually
is
attach
it
it.
itself.
You don't attach the skin to the loadout. So if you have, let's just keep it simple. If you have a amateur pack, pistol and a knife, and you unlock a gold knife, if you're the luckiest guy in the world, get a gold knife in this loot coffin drop, what you'll do is you'll play in the VIP mode, and then you can attach the knife skin, but it doesn't meld the metadata of the NFT. So if you sell the gold skin, you no longer get access to it in VIP mode. If you sell your amateur pack, you no longer get access to VIP mode, but you can play for free with the gold skin. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it essentially just attaches to your wallet, so you can use it on whenever you
Correct.
need to. Yeah.
Yeah, so if you collect like 20 skins, you're going to have a prompt that says like which skin you want to apply in the lobby.
Yeah, it's
But
like how
if
the
you
Galaxy
don't
skin
have
works
an
right now.
amateur pack, you can't get in the lobby for the VIP mode, but you can play for free.
Yeah, it's like how the Galaxy skins in that work right now, right? So you can use them, but it's not actually part of the pack.
Correct. The Galaxy skins are only going to be playable for those people that have any of the Genesis stuff. There's 2,500 of them. What we're going to do is we're going to airdrop those Galaxy skins to people, and then they can sell them if they want.
And is that going to be to every
Every Genesis.
weapon?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, because right now I just in my pack I can only use.
So the Genesis weapons are F1, AK, pistol, MP5 are the four that we have created. So you will, if you have a Zombie Killer pack, you're getting a Galaxy IMX skin. If you have the MP5, you're getting a Galaxy MP5 skin. And that will be an L2 asset, so you can sell that skin if you want.
That one's like my favorite one actually. I think that thing turned out so cool.
Yeah, and there's only 2,500 of those too. So
Yeah.
I think there's only 300 F1s because there's not that many Zombie Killers. So yeah, that's
so cool.
It's an unbelievable skin. It looks sick. And yeah, any of this stuff where we have skin drops, it's all going to be IMX. We can mint it for free. We can send it to you guys. It's great. Their tech stack is huge. And this is really going to help us doing giveaways, stuff during tournaments. We can run free-to-play tournaments for C skins and airdrop them to you guys. Like, it's going to make it so much fun to really collect all this kind of stuff. You know, continue upgrading to get to more rare stuff. You know, we can print this stuff out as, fast as we, snap our fingers. We just want to make sure that the rare stuff stays super rare, but people love it. And we're going to be leaning into it for sure, 100%. If you own multiple packs, you get a Galaxy skin per pack or per account. It'll be per pack.
Okay.
So if you have 2 Zombie Killer packs, you get 2 Galaxy F1s.
Oh, awesome. Okay, so then the ones we give out to other people would have.
Yeah, so like someone like the
Packs.
Grape who has 50 packs is getting 50 Galaxy skins, and you can trade them on the IMAX marketplace.
Nice.
That's pretty
Istis
cool,
has a question about is there an update on the scholarship system?
No update.
No updates.
It's going to be pretty simple. You want to lend out your weapon, you click rent. You can choose someone on your friends list. You can choose someone randomly. We're going to roll it down to stages. We're going to try friends list first. You're going to have to make connections with people on the internet, and then you can have them use your asset. If that goes well, we'll open it up to the public where you can just search publicly. It's going to roll out in stages. A lot of what we're doing is brand new. This tech is very cutting edge, I guess, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to roll it out in stages, but that's going to be the first one is like, okay, set the terms of the rental contract. You choose a person, and then bam, it's done. Very, very simple.
So Kev Crudy said, do you have to connect the weapon pack to Immutable in order to use the weapon skins?
You will need to have the skin in the same wallet as the pack if you want to use those skins.
Okay.
Or else there would be no way to read that you have that skin.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah. And then, so did you guys figure out a way? I know you said it was kind of off in the future, but like someone myself, that I have a pack that my account is registered to. If I were to move it to Immutable, that would technically be moving to a new account. So I would lose that, like the Slayer Wolf account would be gone still?
Yes, that point is still valid. It's something we're still working through, but yes.
Okay.
So in your scenario, yeah.
Okay.
The only reason you'd want to move your pack from L1 to L2 if you have a Genesis or Apocalypse pack is because you just believe in the tech, or you want to be fluid with it, move it around between different, IMX wallets. If you plan on just setting and forgetting, you don't need to do anything.
Okay, yeah, that's why I'm like never gonna.
Then you should use that wallet to participate in the GameStop drop, because then it's just you have it directly on that L2.
Okay,
Makes sense.
Yep, that makes sense. Yep, for sure. Yeah, Kev's saying he'd prefer to keep it in his MetaMask too. So
yeah, you should.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
Again, I'm not. The tech is there if you want it, right? Like Immutable is like, hey, bridge this over to L2. Great, we'll give you a grant. Okay.
Yeah,
The
no. I mean, it makes
tech's
total
there.
sense for the free. Yeah, for sure. But like you said, if we're not planning on selling it, then it doesn't. There's no really benefit. Like it's not like
That's
it's not
really
a
the
loss.
crux of the matter. Is we have. Well, this is just an interesting discussion because so many people talk about a bear or bull market versus trading volume, but most of our community members are like, I ain't fucking selling. So like, you're not going to get the volume, which is funny. Let me see. There's one more question here I was going to answer.
The renting one.
Is the renting system on L2? No, it's L1. It's technically L0 because it's gasless. You're not moving the NFT around.
Right.
Now,
they're
for this
just granting
last
permission
holders
for
only
use.
tournament,
Yeah.
for the holders only tournament, if you wanted to execute, it would technically be L1, right? If you want to rent out your asset, if you want to move it around.
Right.
But yeah, for the full game, it's going to be gasless. We want it to be gasless.
So renting is in game on Wagyu. Istis.
Correct. Yeah, you go to wagyu.io, you can see what the portal looks like. It's just not live yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, you definitely want that to be perfect before you roll that out because you're gonna that would be a huge pain point to people try to rent and then it doesn't work. You might as well take that, like you said, brand new tech. You got to figure it out. It's like us doing these streams. A lot of times, that's why we call it arts and crafts with Slayer Wolf or Nifty because in the middle of the stream you jump in and then we've got to arrange the screen to you fit. So you just got to make it work as you're doing it. And I'd rather that than have issues with our packs or whatever. I think it's a smart move.
Now it's just usually headphones issues.
Yeah, or camera.
The visuals been okay. It's been everything else. Why'd we lose the opportunity to stake to get the Apocalypse weapons? I don't know.
You can blame the U.S. government for that.
But, yeah.
We
true.
had information that ApeCoin was going to open up staking, and they were shut down by U.S. regulators to stake in the United States and non-United, or basically in the U.S. and any of our territories.
Right.
We're a U.S.-based entity, so we're not going to mess with the regulators. We're going to let them win that battle. So we shut down Stakes Mint. We reserve the right to bring it back. We will find another use for the rest of the Apocalypse packs that haven't been minted. But we did hint at it about 3 weeks ago, I think, that we had heard some rumblings about staking. Especially even speaking with GameStop's legal counsel, they're like, yeah, you guys offer 90% APY staking. You're probably going to be, flagged as a security. And even just working with different exchanges. Like we want to get listed on United States-based exchanges. So when someone in the United States says, I want to buy Undead token, soon to be Wagyu token, they don't have to go to MetaMask or basically use their VPN to get on Gate. They can go to a Binance or a Coinbase. That's where we want to be. And so that's why we shut it down. It's short-term pain for a long-term gain. We want to keep ourselves out of the clear from a regulatory perspective. We are a utility token. We have a full U.S. legal opinion that we're a utility token, and we will operate as such.
Yeah, I mean, just from my limited investing experience that, if 90% APY is, I could see why they're like, okay, that's kind of like you double your money plus you get a pack. I mean, I could see them being kind of sticky on that.
It was a great opportunity for people that were in our community early. Like, that's why you want to be early for things. Like, people, as soon as we shut it down, they're like, why? But it's like, we had made the benefits very clear to people. And obviously they were clear. We saw almost 600 weapons staked. So it's a significant amount of token. I see another question here. Do you think the whole IMX L2 is discouraging Web2 gamers to come over? I don't, because it's free to play right now. You can download the game for free and play for fun. And we're seeing a lot of feedback from the Super Stonk subreddit that people say, yeah, this game is fun. There's always going to be people, yeah, it's not AAA, blah, blah, blah. I mean, those people are in the minority. I think we have the top Web3 game. And even if you look at PokeStarter's website, like, people have been reviewing our game, and we have the highest score of any Web3 game. We're a 9 out of 10. 10 not being because we don't have multiplayer yet. So I don't think it's discouraging them. Now, if we want to get them to participate in our ecosystem, it has to get easier. That's why we're partnering with GameStop, because a lot of people are familiar with that brand. They have a huge following. So, yeah, I don't think it's necessarily discouraging them. We could do a better job of encouraging them, and I'm hoping through free-to-play, once people really get excited about a game, they'll go the extra mile, and they'll start doing some research. Movado says, will Apocalypse packs be in loot coffins? Yes. There's going to be another 100 Apocalypse and Genesis packs up for grabs. Those Genesis packs will be from our treasury and acquired from the floor. There will be Apocalypse packs as well that we will mint off the shelf and put in those loot coffins. So it's not just common, rare, epic, legendary skins. It will be the Apocalypse and Genesis packs as well. Very small number of them, as well as those gold and silver ticket items.
Pretty badass. So you said 100 of them.
Yeah, 100 of them.
Nice.
Full game releases by end of year, Sir Hazy.
Yeah, we're targeting the end of December. We did get pushed back slightly with the GameStop dropping a week later. But we're in a good spot. We're thinking weeks now instead of months, which is much better than a lot of, our quote unquote competitors can say. So just getting all of our ducks in a row. Like I said, we did have a stumble with some multiplayer optimization. We've had, our moderator's been playing. We had a big breakthrough on Friday, so we're going to continue riding that momentum. But, once the multiplayer's ready, once we kill this GameStop loot coffin drop, it's all eyes on full game. And, we're still on pace for end of the year, if not early January for this. So we're in a really good spot.
Good stuff.
That's awesome.
Our streamer's still getting loot coffin airdrops. Yes. That will be for full game. That's not now. But yeah, we have our Survivor streamer program. And if you participate, meet the requirements, you will get loot coffins sent to you as well in the future.
And when that happens, is that going to be, will there be able to be, like you do the reveal where you actually open it, or are they going to be on the same concept as the GameStop, or have you guys figured that out?
These will be directly on our website. So you'll be able to open them and spin them and see what you get live.
Badass.
Cool. That's the value there.
Yeah, sweet.
Blitzy says, how about diehard supporter loot coffin airdrop?
You'll get them just for watching our show.
We reserve the right. Who knows?
You have the chance to get them by watching our show in the future. So you just keep coming by every day, and you'll have a chance of possibly getting them. Depends on how good your luck is.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, I forgot to turn the avatars on.
Millennium Zombie Killer Pack. Is this saying can't wait to stream coffin opening? Yeah, it's gonna be a lot of fun getting those coffins and making a session out of that. Grant Kev is asking, Grant, will weapon skins ever add special skills or powers to the guns?
We don't rule it out, but we want them to be more cosmetic in nature. I think you're going to see more stuff where we're going to basically have checklists for each sub-segment of weapon. Like if you collect all of the common skins for the F1, you unlock a crazy skin, and like the first 100 people to do that get that privilege or that opportunity. I think that's a better approach, because we don't want people to think anything is pay to win, where people are buying the loot coffins and then all of a sudden getting upgrades and dominating. Like, we want it to be fun. And I think the way to make that fun is to offer quests and challenges more so than upgrades. Now, for the weapon NFT holders, that's a different story. We're still not ruling out weapon upgrades for the weapon NFTs. But again, we do not want this to become a pay-to-win scenario. That's the worst type of gaming. We don't need the money to do that. I think our model is as fun and as fresh and arcade style as it can be. But we do want people to collect the commons. We want them to collect the rares, the epics, if they get their hands on a legendary, to just continue on a path forward of fun, and a sort of collect them all type of approach. I think that's the best way to do it.
Definitely adding as many layers of fun to the game is key. Having those different options. So then, when we upgrade the guns though, you'll be able to add in the so let's say you add on a scope, that'll that would increase the accuracy and all that? Is that going to be part of it? Or are they going to do that?
So that's where we get into, we don't want this to be pay to win. Now, there could be a point where we offer specific skins that have better attributes, but right now we don't want to commit to it. We're going to see what the community reaction is when we just release these cosmetics. I think it's going to be grandiose. You know, CSGO doesn't give you skins that give you better skills, because we don't want it to really become pay to win. But it's a good point. I mean, we can do all this stuff. Like, if there's enough demand for it from our community, we're willing to be nimble. But from what the feedback we've gathered from speaking with other FPS and other Web3 games in general, it's make it as cosmetic and fun and unique and focus on the asset ownership. Somebody asked how much are the coffins. So the cheapest one is about $10. It's 0.01 ETH. That's the common coffin. The rare coffin is 0.02, and the legendary coffin is 0.03. So the price points are anywhere from $10 to like $30. So and with that, you will get access to a skin, a weapon skin. You're also going to get a chance to win those gold and silver ticket items and a Genesis or Apocalypse pack, and you'll be able to collect that GameStop themed skin if you do choose to participate.
And I do
He
have this
says
stuff on
sheesh.
screen for you
When
guys.
can I pop a blood box? Blood box implementation is underway within our game. I don't think it will be in the game for our massive update. That's going to be on the 15th or 16th. But it should be in the update after that one, right before we go live.
I think somebody had asked earlier about do we have an announcement time yet? Yes. Do we have an announcement time for the multiplayer beta yet, players?
That will be after the GameStop drop, at least once it starts. Like, that's my complete focus right now, is working with our stakeholders. So we have pushed back that multiplayer beta, but I think with that should come a shorter beta period. Now, if we see something unforeseen where a lot of people are having issues connecting, we have server issues, we take them one day at a time. But we did have a big breakthrough with multiplayer on Friday with our local test group of players. So, stay tuned for that. But we're just focusing on the GameStop drop, and then it's all eyes on multiplayer.
Launch will definitely have multiplayer.
Where can we buy the loot coffins? It'll be on the GameStop NFT marketplace. I will send, if you guys want to put in the
Yeah, I'll
the
get the
chat,
link now.
get the link. I'm going to take a couple more and then take off. Will the launch have multiplayer? Yes, it will. We want to have multiplayer in the game within the month before the full game, so you guys can play around, test it out, rep your skins that you get in this GameStop drop. Nift, Slayer, you guys got any questions for me before I take off? Give me one each.
You pretty much. Yeah, I didn't have any for you today.
No, I think you pretty well covered everything that we would have had to ask you. Yeah, that was a great update.
Sir Haas says, any info about the wave guns? We actually named the wave gun the Wendigo to not get in regulatory trouble with Call of Duty. So the Wendigo, no changes in terms of how you're going to be able to unlock it. You're going to have to add weapons to your pack. You're going to have to sacrifice those added weapons to mint a Wendigo. It will be its own asset. Super excited for that challenge. More details to come, obviously, as the full game goes live.
That was a confirmation that I needed 2 days ago, actually, so I did forget that I even had that question. Somebody was in Discord where they were talking about it, that they still weren't. Last I had known is that we weren't positive about whether or not you had to essentially burn your pack to get your Wendigo. Now we know. So
we have a couple people asking about the launch date. Still a little bit too soon for that. Again, we have a couple milestones. Internal milestones we have to clear. Make sure that multiplayer is working. It's frisky for people that aren't just in the U.S. but Southeast Asia, Europe. Working with our server providers. Obviously, the GameStop drop is taking up a majority of the admin time and some dev time. So a little bit too early for that. But again, we're not moving off of end of year, early January, somewhere in that range. We don't have any unforeseen issues at this time. Any updates on King of the Hill? This will be the last one I take. No updates. King of the Hill is going to be a game mode where you're going to be able to compete against each other, and whoever has the highest score wins. So that's going to be a fun one, and it is more PvP than PvE, which I like because you are competing against each other. So again, stay tuned for our myriad of full game modes. But the multiplayer mode is the most important. The weapon NFT VIP mode, obviously. And so that's taking up majority of the dev focus, and we still have to put the RPG. We have to do a little bit of tweaking with the RPG, but definitely appreciate you guys coming up here and hanging out. If you have any questions, feel free to hit us up in the Discord, hit me up personally, Twitter, myself, the personal or the Undead Blocks. Send me an email, grant@wagyu.io or business@undeadblocks.com if you guys have any more specific questions you don't want to share. So again, appreciate you guys coming up, coming out, hanging out. Definitely love doing these weekly spots now. So appreciate it, guys.
Yeah, anytime, man. You're welcome.
Thank you much for
anytime,
jumping
obviously.
in.
Thanks, Grant.
See you, fellas.
Have a good
Later,
day. All right, guys. So we did find out some pretty good stuff there. We did get a little confirmation on one of the questions that I had the other day, because I haven't had the full confirmation until now on that you will definitely be burning your pack to get the Wendigo and starting your pack over.
Small price to pay.
It is. So, and like one of the questions, because somebody was talking about it, one of the arms dealers were talking about it in our Discord the other day, and I jumped in. I said, well, what's your strategy on that going to be? Are you just going to get your Wendigo and screw over your Scholar, or are you going to be like pre-prepared for it and already have weapons to rebuild to put back into that pack? And they're like, oh no, you're going to get to keep everything. You're just going to get the Wendigo. I'm like, last I heard, that was probably still up in the air. And then now we just got confirmation that you will definitely be burning your weapons pack to get that Wendigo.
Yeah.
So
You are not getting that bad boy for free. Which makes sense. I mean, to have it be, it's, I mean, every other game has something similar, right? I mean, if you want a prestige in the old Call of Duty, you have
gotta
to
give something
up
up.
everything you have to get
right,
the
you burn the
prestige,
weapons,
right?
not the perks. Correct. So you'll still have your perks, but you're only going to have just the Wendigo to start the game, and you won't even start the game with it. You still have to go buy it off the wall. So that means you're going to start with essentially a knife until you get enough XP to go buy the Wendigo.
Oh, is that how you have? You don't get to start with the Wendigo?
I don't think because you can earn weapons back using the Wendigo. Yeah, but I don't think we ever start with a weapon in our hand except for maybe a pistol. But like by default, I don't think you're going to, just because you have a weapon pack, I don't think it starts you with the perk in your pocket, the weapon in your pocket. You still have to go buy it off the wall.
Yeah, that's an interesting.
It just gives you what's available to purchase.
Yeah. I've never actually thought about it that far, but that definitely.
Yeah.
So what would probably happen is you can't get rid of, like, you'd have to have. So it's like you have to get 6 weapons to level 9 to trade it in. And so then you'd have to have 7 weapons, which would be maybe you're not allowed to trade the pistol, and that would be a good question to ask. Like,
yeah, the pistol you probably
you
get held with the pistol, because the pistol's like a bare minimum.
Yeah.
Because that is what you start with every game. Because I mean, I did check on that a long time ago. I was like, oh, so whatever's in your weapon pack, you don't. Because I assumed that when I first started looking into it, I was like, well, that makes it worth buying a pack because you just start with good weapons. No, you have to still have to. It just gives you what's available to buy. So you want to eventually build that pack up to have everything, so that you can buy whatever you want whenever you need it. But that's basically how it is. So even though you'll have a Wendigo pack, you won't be able to buy that Wendigo off of whatever wall it has until you've earned enough XP to even get to it. Like, you might have to go through 7 doors to even get there.
Yeah, that's totally. It's like inside the house, up the stairs, in the bathroom, in the closet.
Yeah, and it's in a crawl space. The only way back out is to turn around and start shooting. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who knows?
You do have the Wendigo at that point.
Yeah. Maybe you'll blow a wall out with it. So my understanding is when you burn the 6 weapons with the pistol included, the Wendigo will take the pistol spot, and you start with that. Now that would be kind of interesting. That would make it, at that point, you could kind of, you wouldn't really be screwing somebody over if you actually start with that instead of a pistol. Then that makes sense. And that explanation, Light Cloud. That's a pretty fucking powerful pistol.
Minimum wave 30 to buy the Wendy KG. Every door in garage in all houses cost XP to open. Oh, crazy.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
We see that already.
Sense, right?
Yeah.
So that's even another. That's like a never thought of thing. I don't think until
Because
right now.
we haven't had to
That-
think about it. You don't. That's not part of the game for us right now. So you don't really think
Yeah, yeah.
into the future of, well, how's this game going to be? So
But that is like that's an important strat.
yeah, Why Me
though, to
Do This
keep in
says that it would
mind,
be
right?
broken. I think he's saying it would be broken if you start with the Wendigo to replace the pistol, and it would be because it would just be like, I mean, there's only gonna ever be 200 people of them. So could you imagine just that would be the team, right? You're gonna get 4 people playing with the Wendigo, and they'll just
Yeah, and just mash people.
right, and they'll just run through the whole fucking thing.
I mean, an interesting thought of that though is that so you got your Wendigo, but then you end up so you get your Wendigo, and then you have no other weapon but the gun. So then that technically would actually give the people who are amateur packs would be on a level playing field. They would actually be in a better spot because you got to think if it's let's say it's 1,000 XP to get the shotgun, then to get the Wendigo is probably going to be
Yeah, 5,000,
let's say
10,000.
5,000, but it's 5,000 plus the 6 doors you got to go through or whatever. So you're really looking at 20,000.
Well,
so,
that's where they rely on their teammates to open the doors. Like they're just gonna sit there and collect.
Oh,
their
like in
XP.
multiplayer, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
picturing like
In
if you're
single
doing
player.
solo stuff, yeah, single player, yeah. Like single player wave base would be a very intense one until you got a good gun again. That's why I think you should have 7 guns.
The whole
before you
point's
do it.
to
What do we
kill the
got?
XP, so you start with the pistol and then buy everything on the walls, right? It's coming.
Diamond hands. I'll just not get the Wendigo. Meta mindset. Exactly.
Yeah, that's me. I'm not.
Exactly.
I have no goal to get the Wendigo. First off, I don't own a pack, so the only Wendigo that would be getting would be you. So
Yeah. Oh man, I want that Wendigo bad just to have it. I don't even care. It's like the knife only challenge. You just get it and then you got it.
Just
And then it's
set it
badass
on the
to have.
shelf somewhere.
Yeah, I just like get it 3D printed and put it up in my room here where
Yeah,
I
this
hang
is
out.
mine. Put a serial number on everything.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, best before dates and all that fun stuff.
I hate playing with
What do we got?
randos on multiplayer COD zombies because they would always hoard their XP and wait for you to open it. Right, exactly. I would do that too. I was one of those guys. Stop being cheap. Get it. Well, yeah, because now so in multiplayer zombies you would just hoard your money because you were really just trying to race to the weapons box so you could get your random weapon. So you weren't trying to spend your XP because you wanted to get the better weapon out of the box. Stop
Yeah,
being cheap.
yeah.
Go buy a pack, Nifty. I mean, send me some money and I'll buy a pack. That's how that works. So you need money to buy.
That's how we do it. Yeah, I'll buy the shit out of one. I just need the money.
Send me the 200 and whatever the floor price is, and I'll go get a pack. I just want to get one. Yeah, if I get it,
I don't
ZNN
even
can
know
use
where
it
are we
here
at.
and there.
Let's do a quick one here. Let's see.
Not a team player, diversifying. Yeah.
Later, Diamond Hands. Talk to you soon, brother.
Later, Diamond Hands. Go back to work, brother. Work sucks. Well, work that you don't want to do sucks. I'm working right now. I like my work, so I guess work doesn't really suck for everybody. I have 2. Want to get a 3rd? I'm assuming we're talking about ZK packs.
Oh, zombie killer packs. How I love you.
Where are we at? OpenSea, right? OpenSea for these packs, if I remember right. Undead blocks. An amateur is at 1.5 or 0.15. I mean,
10 of there. That's still not that bad.
with
I mean,
the camo skin.
oh, camo. Yeah, I was stoked when I saw that one the other day for 0.124. I was like, all right.
Actually, I like this
Shouldn't
one
I-
here. I don't see that skin very much. It's like a wood skin on the. Here, let me
should
go
pop
to,
it up so
yeah,
you
that's
can
what I'm
see it,
doing.
yeah.
I'm going over here now.
Yeah,
Chrome scene.
Let's go.
So this one here is pretty neat. I haven't seen that skin yet. The wood looks like a wood cover from the pistol.
Oh, yeah.
They
That's
call
nice.
it skins, combat knife skin, do it yourself, DIY.
Oh, nice. Because, yeah, it's got like a little duct tape on the handle,
Uh-huh.
too.
And 8 scratches on it to mark the kills.
There won't be any gun left when I'm done.
And this one's been through a couple. It's actually it was just listed. It was just bought
Oh, yeah.
and then relisted. Floor
I
buyers.
love how that. Yeah, well, you know what? I mean, listen, if you get it for 0.15 and turn around and can sell it for 0.2, and
Yeah.
that's, you just made yourself a couple loot coffins.
Actually, he
right?
got it at 0.12 and now he's selling it at 0.2. So
Oh, wow. How long ago did you buy it at 1-2?
Minutes ago. He just listed it for. Oh, it just expired 4 minutes ago.
Oh, it was a wrapped ETH one though.
Yeah, it was wet.
Yeah. So it was a bid. It was a bid.
Oh yeah. That's how this reads. You're right. These are all bids, offers. Yeah.
Yeah, those offers are interesting because then if someone's like, yeah, you know what, I'll take that, then I'm more like you. I don't really have the patience or time to approach 57 people. Then one says yes,
And wait,
I'm just,
and sit there and wait
Yeah.
on it to see if it gets approved and not. Yeah, no, I usually just go for floor prices and just buy it off and you get it out of the way.
yeah, and
If
if
I'm
it's a
buying
reason,
something.
exactly, yeah, that's like I said, that's what I did the other week with the
Millennium has a
with
survivor
the
and an assassin getting a ZK if I get a promise to multi-beta. Well, I mean,
oh,
I got no control over that.
I have no control of that. Yeah, that's
If you were in early enough to be one of the first 100 people that aren't the two of us, you might get it. I don't know. That's up to
I would say NFGA, but I mean the Zombie Killer pack, in my humble opinion, is the pack. If you can afford it and you're a gamer, its reward is itself. I mean, it is what it is. It's it's a couple of high power, because even you think like, okay, the shotgun is a pretty amazing thing of its own,
Here's an
right?
assassin
You
pack
can,
for 0.4.
like, you could take that shotgun and exactly, KG, 4 perks and a grenade, plus the F1, a double barrel shotgun, pistol, and the knife. I mean, to me, that's definitely, it's a no brainer. Like these, so the assassin packs are an interesting beast though, because they still have the AKM and the shotgun.
Yeah, I'm looking at one
but
right
you only
now.
get
It's
one
0.4 and it's really nice. Yeah, but it's diet sprint. I mean, I really don't need the fast reload if I can just run away from shit, right?
Right, and that's exactly. That's what I was just gonna say. You gotta make the choice. Like, what is your game style lend to? Like for me, I like all 4 of them. I would prefer the reload over the sprint because of how I play, because I'm always pushing the zombies, right? So I'm in their face, and if I run out, I want to be able to quick back up, reload, get in there. But like you just said, if you have the speed, then you just run away while you reload. So it's cool how it can be just totally your own personal game style is the what will stead you through. That's why I think with my packs, like for your pack, when you're playing it, I'm not going to say, oh, nifty, I'm buying the double barrel shotgun. Like I'm going to say, what's your one? What do you want? Because then that'll just make you want to play more.
Mm-hmm.
And really, regardless of how I do it, no matter what gun gets added, it's better for the pack anyways, right?
Right. Exactly.
So
I don't know. I like the assassin pack, especially this one. It's got pretty cool colored skin.
no, yeah, it's a good, and for 0.4 ETH, I mean, that's a pretty reasonable.
There's 2 of them down there
Reasonable
at that
price,
price. There's one at 0.4 and one at 0.45.
Because what was Assassin was, my paper's not here. That Assassin was the 3rd level. Yeah, because it has the 1 perk. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it comes with diet sprint. Yeah.
Yeah. So, because the Survivor just has the.
Oh, it just gets
guns.
random stuff. That one had diet sprint, but here's one with reload. 3 of them in a row with reload root beer at 0.45.
Yeah, that's what I was saying to you. That's where you got to choose, like
Okay.
which one is your, like for me, reload would be the one I would have to go to.
Oh, the Hello Kitty skin on this one.
Millennium Sound, what do you mean? Give me a number. Oh, like the number on this, like the pack number?
I'm curious to see how Dr. Helper perk works in action. Oh yeah, because we don't have it to test. I think it just helps you get, well, because we need it for multiplayer, right? It only helps you get your other players back to health quicker, if I remember correctly.
Oh, so what was the number of that other assassin pack that you were just looking at? The one that's Millennium Sound is just asking. Oh, so you know what, Millennium? If you just go to the OpenSea to Undead Blocks and then just select, start typing in assassin pack and under the search, and that's only what will show is the assassin packs.
Yeah, Survivor pack
the
at
Zombie
0.49.
Killer, yeah, same thing, just do the same thing. What is it?
Survivor at 0.49. See, now that to me seems like super expensive, because when you sit there and you look at the Survivor pack versus an Assassin pack, it doesn't make sense to take it at a higher price point.
Well, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. That's just a person who's trying to get max return on their money there. Yeah. That's a perfect example. Like, yeah, why would you buy the Survivor for cheaper? You can get a perk
Right.
and better guns. Well, I guess so. What's the gun with that Survivor there? What is that?
So this Survivor has a it had the M1911 MP5 and a knife. That's
Oh,
it.
it's an MP5. Yeah. What the
Yeah,
hell
it's
am
an
I talking about?
MP5,
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
handgun, and a knife, and that's it.
I've just never really looked at the MP5s in that picture format. So I'm like, that
Right.
looks like an AKM or something. But yeah, okay. It's a nice little gun.
OpenSea's taking its
MP5.
time today.
Yeah, yeah. And then I'm on delay too, so when I see it, it's
Yeah.
like
It's like even
way
longer on
after.
the wait. Yeah.
yeah. That's okay though. I'm getting the gist of it. But yeah, like that assassin pack with the diet sprint, and then versus the reload, you say to yourself, what perk is more in your style of gameplay, right?
Yep. And then as you get up to the more expensive stuff, it's really, is that an extra knife on that?
Yeah, it's like a Beyblade on the bottom or
The
whatever you call it.
fuck? Can you use
Yeah.
it? Like, can I hack somebody with it?
Yeah, I'm sure you probably melee.
If I can
with it,
melee a
right?
motherfucker with that, that's a pretty badass gun.
Yeah,
And they're
yeah,
selling it for
you're melee.
.666, which is pretty funny.
Wait, .666?
Yeah.
That's crazy. So see, that's a person who's like, I don't care. I've got a cool gun. Eventually it'll be worth money. And if you pay me that, I made money.
Yeah, right.
Where I did the total opposite. I did actually, I could actually, like, I just bought the packs with whatever it was. I didn't care for the price.
Cheapest
Yeah,
ZK
Angler
is
Marv is
0.9.
saying he bought silly early, could have had a couple Z packs if he had waited.
Mhm.
Yeah, you never know though. That's life in general is like that. You know, so I know the feeling. I
Well,
bought
because
my.
there's the FOMO when the game first came. Like, we don't know. Nobody knows when the game first launches and starts selling whether or not everybody's going to jump on it, right? So you have to take that chance
Exactly.
because that way you don't get
Yeah.
screwed later on. But then, right, now you're sitting here 9 months later and you're like, man, I could have bought 4 of these things for the same price I bought in before. But on the other side of it, I'm hoping that you staked it, so you're going to get your money back anyway.
Well, you can't stake the Genesis packs, can you?
I don't remember. I don't. Is it
Yeah, I
say
don't think so.
Genesis? Oh, okay. I thought that's
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
got them to begin with. So we just had the original Genesis packs. You just bought them. They weren't staking.
Yeah, they were just bought. Yeah, you minted them
Oh,
off. Like
okay.
it was like an NFT mint. Yeah,
I thought it was
yeah.
always staked.
No, it was an NFT mint.
A 1.4 assassin pack because it's got Dr. Helper and a badass AKM skin. 0.8% lava trait.
Yeah, and it's funny because a lot of this stuff, I've been saying it for this since I first saw it happening with the way that people talk about floor price. Well, it's like people complain about a floor price, but then they sell below the floor price.
Right, because they just put the money in their pocket. They're not actually.
It's like,
I mean, you decide the floor, people.
yeah, the person who holds it decides the price of it. That's why this guy is 1.4 ETH for an assassin pack. Because in his mind, he's thinking, okay, amateurs 0.5, survivors
And then he's like, well, and I got this skin that's only been minted out like 3 times total on this fucking AKM. You know what I mean? So then they look at that too. That lava skin's got a 0.88% trait distribution.
Yeah. So you have one of the rarest skins in the game, right?
Yep.
And yeah, like it's funny because I
Let's see how
totally
many
know
of
what
them
you're
are.
saying.
Well,
Angler,
okay, so there's
'cause-
more than 3. There looks like 2, 4, 6, 8, 16. So 23 of them were minted.
Oh, there's an assassin with a gold gun at 1.4 ETH.
Yeah, right here.
Dang. That is sweet too.
And it's a lava, so it's got the lava and the gold. This guy should be selling this thing for like 0.2, or I mean
That's
not 0.2,
crazy.
but 2 ETH.
Yeah.
So a
And then you see
0.88.
the
gold
bid
is
is
0.12.
0.25.
0.12 have that gold trait. Only 3 other weapon packs have a gold handgun.
Millennium Sound, what do you mean you didn't understand that? What didn't you understand? Was it something we said or just something that was happening?
We'll get our money back with daily gains. I don't understand that either. I don't know. If you're real early.
Oh
got
yeah,
Assassin's
yeah. How the
Lava.
floor was set.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's like you're in a pro. Because what'll happen is someone will be like, "Oh, this didn't sell out in 5 minutes." So then they go. The floor price is 0.2. I'll list mine for 0.199. Then
Or
the
they're
next
just
guy
in a
goes,
race to sell, right? Yeah, they're in a race to sell. The next guy gives
Yeah.
0.98, so he's like, oh well, fuck. Now I got to relist at 0.97. Oh, well, now I got to
Exactly.
relist at 0.9 because they're just gonna, if you're gonna keep
Exactly.
beating me by 1, I'm gonna beat you by 10. And then they say, the floor price is like getting blown
Yeah,
out
then you
because
have
they
like
want money in their pocket.
0.004 because
Yeah.
everyone's just because then they start, and then what happens is that when you go from like the floor was 0.2 and now it's at 0.1, then everyone's like,
It's
this is a rug,
it's
and
a
then
reverse
everyone
eBay bid.
sells, right?
It's a reverse eBay bid. So, like when you're going on eBay to bid to win something, you try to beat them by a penny. Well, when you're trying to sell something, you're trying to outsell them by a penny. So you want to
Yeah,
be, if you're trying to be the first
exactly.
to sell, then that means you're going to need to be the cheapest or have
The
something
coolest.
right. Exactly, and that's but then you're still going to want to be close to the floor because people who are just trying to have something and not being specifically targeting something are going to take the cheapest because they just want to have that weapon to either rent out or use. So that's where that whole the floor place drops out of nowhere because you have 5 or 10 people that are like desperate to sell and need money in their pocket possibly to pay some bills or whatever. So they're just trying to get it back, and that's all they're trying to do is trying to be the lowest price to be the next bought, essentially.
Yeah, and KG is 100% right. That was where I was. I always head to where if you think the floor price for an amateur was 0.1, currently it's still 0.15. So really,
Yep.
I mean, that to me is the minimum that someone could ask for. And it's like a best case scenario, especially these days, that the price of what you bought is the same. You know what I mean? Like I paid just over 1 ETH for my zombie killer pack when it was low ETH, like it was like 1,700 for ETH at the point when I bought. So technically I paid I think it was 0.05 over 1 ETH. So it was exactly mint price basically.
Right.
And it was way cheaper because mint price back then was $4,000 for a zombie killer, right? But that's not the game's fault. That's just everything. I mean, Bitcoin is down. If that's where I always try to bring it back to that thought that it sucks that ETH has gone down so much, but at the end of the day, literally everything has gone down, right?
Everything
or gone up.
I was just gonna say everything in your pocket has went down. Everything out of your pocket went up.
Yeah. Like if you gotta buy milk, that price went up. But if you're, even like the US dollar is down, the Canadian dollar is down, the euro is down, the yen, everything's down. It's just that's what's happening in the world right now. So
it's funny though because people will go out and they'll spend their dollar, but like, it's still worth $1. It still only cost me $1.09 for my soda. You know what I mean, or whatever it is. It still only cost me that. Well, yeah, but then go try to exchange that for another bill and find out how much you lost.
Yeah. And just think that every time you buy that soda now, it's 10% more than it was last
Essentially,
time,
right? Yep.
So then every 10 ones you bought, you would have had one more
Yep.
last year, right?
That's why I keep telling my wife to stop buying fucking Starbucks every day.
Oh my God.
$9. A stop.
I look at guys that I know, it's like people, they talk about like living wage and stuff. And I'm like, well, I mean, I can't survive. I'm like, well, okay. Like every day you have 4 coffees and you eat a slice of pizza for $5 and then you get the biggie size with your fries, which is $1.17. I mean, all of that adds up pretty quickly.
I miss biggie size fries.
Oh, me too. I mean, that's the only reason I'll eat at McDonald's is because of the fries.
The fries
and then you
best,
get them, and they're like,
still.
It's like a 4-pound thing of fries. But
oh, they still have Biggie up here. We don't have Biggie size anything down here anymore. They canceled Biggie size.
Oh,
like
really?
when the movie
you can still
came
get
out.
that here.
Yeah, when the movie came out, Biggie size, they canceled Biggie size down here.
No,
like, they don't
they
do
just
it
call
anymore.
it something different.
No, we get large, and it's nowhere near as big as Biggie size used to be.
Oh man, no, Biggie size
Yeah.
appears like you call your doctor before you order.
Right, yeah, and you get this
can
big ass
yeah.
fucking soda that you drink for like 4 hours. Yeah, we
Yeah,
don't get that anymore.
exactly.
They canceled us down here when the movie came out.
No.
Yeah,
No, Canada's like you can have your Biggie size still.
that's because we are the
Actually,
the
funniest
fattest
thing
country
when
in the world.
I came to the States. This is like 2003, and I learned a very valuable lesson about the States. So I went to a Wendy's, and I'm like, yeah, I'd like a number 4 combo with an iced tea, no ice. And then I hear like
Super size. Yeah.
the girl goes, iced tea? I'm like, yeah. She's like, okay. So I get to the window, and I didn't know she had like the mic drop. She looked at her manager like, what's an iced tea? So I get
Sweet
to the
tea.
window,
It's all sweet tea to them.
and she just gave me a tea in a big giant cup.
And ice on
But
the
it was
side.
a tea. No flavor,
Oh,
no
man.
nothing. There's no sugar. It's like literally a tea by itself, you know? But here you could get iced tea for us is like a flavored drink that's cold and you drink it like, I mean, you guys don't have iced tea in the States?
No, we do, but we just call it, usually it's like sweet tea. I don't know why somebody would be confused about what an iced tea is. Like, that's actually very common. I don't know.
I thought so too, because
Yeah.
when I ordered it, I'm like, I just said it like, a number 4 combo with an iced tea, no ice. So then I got
Oh,
a
it's
tea.
no ice part. She's like, well, it's not an iced tea if there's no ice.
Yeah, true enough. She's like, this is and she could tell I'm Canadian because I said A at the end of it. I'm like, I like a number 4 combo with iced tea, no ice, eh?
Like full on accent out. Yeah.
Yeah, I just say straight up accented her. Oh
That's
man,
funny.
it's more a southern thing in the States.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
sweet tea,
yeah,
she-
sweet tea's a big thing in
Okay.
the South. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's what I thought too. I was really, and then imagine my surprise when I'm like, I go to take a sip of this iced tea, and it's just like, someone took a tea bag and
They just
friggin'
threw it in the water. Yeah.
brewed a tea and then gave it to me. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Oh, that was not a fun.
So that's probably what confused her is everybody has to, when we go to order, because my wife gets iced tea from McDonald's every day, so she actually has to go in and be like, I want half unsweetened and half sweet. So if you don't actually mention sweetened or unsweetened, that's probably what they did. They just gave you an unsweetened tea. Like, they just gave you a plain tea.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what it was. Yeah. But it was in the jumbo cup, so I didn't know. So I'm like thinking I could have a friggin', brutal.
Oh, it's soda for me, but I grew up in the Pittsburgh area where everybody calls it pop. So it's kind of funny. I was just like the oddball, but I still call it soda.
Yeah, that's we had this thing called the pop shop. So then it was like, it was like pop, and then there's cola, and it just depends on how you say it. But yeah,
Oh,
as they
woo
watch
whack.
from around the corner, yeah, she's like, look, we're gonna get this stupid Canadian. We're gonna show him.
We'll be back in 30 seconds, guys.
And now, a word from our sponsors. Zombie Network News is powered by FlyingPhoenixPCs.com, Quality Reborn. Go to FlyingPhoenixPCs.com to get your quality custom PC using coupon code ZNNUB at checkout for some amazing savings. They even have pre-built PCs with prices starting at just $700. Support Zombie Network News when buying your new PC from FlyingPhoenixPCs.com by using the coupon code ZNNUB.
All right, quick and easy. See that? Much better. But yeah, I could never learn to switch up the phrasing from no matter where I'm at. Like, I don't change. Like, even down here, they use different words for things that I'm used to, and I just still don't do it. I don't.
Yeah, I'm the same. It's like we had old stores that used to be called, like we have a store that used to be called
Five and Dime.
Dominion, and now it's Metro. But basically, they kept like this. Everything's the same, except they just changed the name of the store.
Oh, right.
So when I talk to people, I'm like, yeah, I'm going to go to the Dominion, and everyone's like, the what? Yeah, whatever. I'm going. Yeah,
I'm going to the store.
And they all know what I'm talking about.
Right.
So I don't. I just don't even justify it with the further answer.
Right, if you're talking to somebody that just moved into town and that's the only thing they've ever known it as.
That's true.
If they've been there the whole time like
yeah.
you, then they know what you're talking about.
Well, I mean, it was like it was like one of those Canada wide. It was like what's that one that you guys have? Target. It was like a Target almost.
Target. The Five and Dimes. Sorry,
The
aging
Five
yourself.
and
Exactly.
Dime,
That's what I'm saying. We had Five and Dimes, and let's hear, not Macy's, but there was something else that Five and Dime basically turned into like a small Macy's, and it had a name kind of similar to it. I forget what it was then too, but yeah. Aging
Yeah, I love
myself.
when they take a store and just change the sign name and pretend that we don't know
like
it's the same
Woolworths.
store.
Yes, that is the other one. You're right.
Woolworths.
No.
Yeah, we had Zellers that went away,
Zellers,
and then now
I
I
remember
guess
Zellers.
Zellers is making the comeback tour.
Well, it's like
So they're
GameStop.
trying to
GameStop
come
is going to
back.
be going away and making it come back. So I mean, shit.
Yeah,
GameStop
that's a pretty
was
crazy
3
thing.
days from being out of business before Reddit revived them. I mean,
Yeah, they went hard at those guys trying to do the short sell on them.
oh, we so I had a couple friends that were heavy into it when it happened, and they were like all over it. And it was before I was really caring about any stocks or anything like that, or else I probably would have tried it too. So they made it so easy and obvious. I mean, they even had it down to times, like, okay, this is when we're hitting it. So they
Yeah.
knew exactly how to fluctuate the market
Yeah.
once they had the strength for it.
Yeah, once they realized that there was a lot more of them than the guys that had that ton of stuff, right?
Yep. Yeah, once they realized that all they really had to do was just build a community and they could fluctuate the market, they did it for, I don't know, a good couple weeks before, it really caught on. What happened is they got away with it for a couple weeks, and then like CNN and MSNBC and all the news channels caught on to it, and that's how that got ended.
Yeah, yeah. Paid a dime to use the bathroom.
I remember that. Yeah, actually, you still have to do that. Actually, now it's like a quarter or something like that. It's more expensive here in Tucson, but that's to combat the homelessness and the druggies from going in there and fucking shooting up and killing themselves in a public restroom.
Yeah, like they're not making money off you going to the bathroom. But
well, they do. I mean, they do, but that's not their full intent. It's not like,
it's not their top seller.
Right. It's not their actual intent. It's the intent to discourage the scum or discourage the scum.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not their what do they call those profit movers or whatever they call them.
Of course, if they were smart about it, though, they would just give that change to whoever had to clean the fucking bathroom as a tip for cleaning that. Because those things are never. I mean, like, people trash public bathrooms.
I would not work at a job where I had to clean the bathroom. I'm sorry, I'll do a lot of stuff.
Dude, I'm so anti-public bathroom. I drive home if I have to go to the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
So like I will literally not go in the bathroom. Like I will drive home. Or I'll find somewhere outside. Like I feel safer just to go outside.
Yeah, just go behind a dumpster somewhere.
Yeah, pretty much. I've done that.
Oh man, yeah, that's the Davy Crockett.
Like, those things are so dirty and there's so much stuff, and who knows whether or not somebody like just straight out poured something, or you know what I mean? Like people are crazy. People put shit in candy to give the kids for Halloween, so who knows what they're gonna do in a bathroom.
Man, I was talking to my girl about that. I was like, can you imagine the psychotic you need to be to go and like open up like a Mars bar and put a razor blade in it or something? Like, what? Who would even think of doing that?
When down here, they're like injecting meth and shit into it, and what's the other one now? The big fentanyl.
Oh, fentanyl, yeah.
Yeah, so like I had a whole
injecting fentanyl into the
candy, right? So we had so much because it's so popular here. I had a huge bowl, like a big bowl, like we had a big ass fucking bowl of candy just sitting out there because I wasn't gonna sit there and answer the door all night. Didn't matter. Only 2 people came through.
Wow.
Only 2 kids, and I live in an actual housing neighborhood, like where you would take kids trick or treating. Only 2 came through because it's just getting to be too much of a danger. It's like just cheaper and easier to go buy your kid a big ass bag of candy. Like, all right, here, let's go dress up, go to a family friends party, and here's your candy.
Yeah, and I guess if all the parents threw in a bunch of money and bought a bunch of candy, the kids could all go home with a pretty full bag
each. And everybody, everybody's healthy. Everybody, well, not healthy, but everybody's safe, right?
I'm glad I don't have kids today because I would be like, that parent where they can.
Cam J's trying to run the knife only challenge, so tough he says.
Cam J, let's put him on stream and watch him.
Is he live?
No, are you live right now, Cam J?
I can get you.
We hung out with I hung out with Cam J right before you hopped in yesterday.
Twitch. Yeah, I think I was in a little while.
Yeah,
I'm not live. He's not live.
Right after. Oh no, he's not live.
Chad, it's been a while.
Yeah, man.
Nobody.
That's right. Yesterday, when what's his name, Captain Tari Man was saying that he could do it. He thinks in under an hour. Like, let's go. Let's go with that under an hour knife only challenge because that is hardcore. I don't think it's possible. I mean, I think that my 2 hours and 37 minutes was maybe long, sure. But, yeah. You get down to but he said he got to there with like 45 minutes or something, I think he was saying yesterday.
Yeah, that's what he's like 47 minutes, 47 minutes when he had like 6 or 7 left.
Yeah. What did he said? I just cleared wave 4 in like 30 minutes, but I think wave 5 is going to be the real, and that's it. Cause like wave 5, the brute zombie is like 17 stabs. If not more. Yeah. Just pause and take a break. Yeah. When I did mine, I think I stopped like maybe twice through the 2 hours 37.
Knife challenge on which mode? Solo? Yeah, so it's not really an actual challenge. It's just something that Slayer wanted to do for fun one day. So the knife challenge is, yes, playing the solo, the 5 rounds and using nothing but the knife for the whole 5 rounds.
Yeah, and the way it started was THC Gotcha heard Grant say that he didn't think he could get more than Kenji, if you go live, dude, that's what the whole point of this channel is.
One
Go
way or another,
live, we'll
we're
host
showing live play today. So if you guys are going to be live, we are going to be live because we are going to start showing gameplay every day, whether it's you guys or us. So the blind challenge. Oh well, yeah. That means you just have to blindfold yourself
Kenji,
and
next
find a
time
host.
you go live and I go live, I'll come in and I'll be your eyes for you. We could do a collab stream and I'll talk you through it.
And somebody, if they're still here, I don't remember who it was. I'm not scrolling all the way back up, but you had said about being early for the show every day. I mean, it's not early it's 9 o'clock in the morning for me. It's 11 o'clock in the afternoon for East Coast. I'm guessing that you're probably somewhere in the European side. Whoever said it. We will eventually start having evening shows, and it'll be different hosts. I am building up to that point. We just need to find more hosts that are as dedicated to this game as we are. Just working on it. And then they'll do evening shows for you guys that are where this is an inconvenient time. Can't do it 24 hours a day yet. First off, there's just not enough information for it. And second off, I need to sleep. I'm human. Still. For now.
Yeah, exactly.
And you lost the Easter egg twice.
Massacre. Yeah, the Morning Massacre this AM streamed every game mode. Nice.
Nice.
What's your favorite game mode that you play, Millennium?
Firearms roulette.
No. Yeah, exactly. Damn you, Nifty. Oh yeah, what do you like solo? Because you can choose whichever gun you want. What's your Unfit Prodigy is doing at least 2 hours a week now? Awesome, man. Yeah, like it's good because the more content that gets out there, the more minutes of Undead Blocks content that people can sort through. It's just better for everybody. I think it's. Unfit says, yeah, his fave is the solo, to be honest, too. Yeah, I like the solo because I can choose my gun every time, but I also like running the AKM or the MP5 once and again just to have 10 minutes where I'm just blasting zombies, not waiting. I think that's my biggest thing. I don't like the waiting between rounds. I almost feel like that that could be cut down to a way shorter number than it's like 22 seconds or something between rounds. So that would be something I would definitely say that if we could cut that back, it would be a lot.
I'm going to play devil's advocate on that one. It seems annoying now, but when you get into a 45, 50 round, 60 round game in multiplayer, you're going to either want to get your ammo or even just to sit there and take a drink real quick or a bite to eat.
Yeah, that's true.
That couple extra seconds in between rounds is actually really convenient when you're getting the marathon type of games.
That does make a lot of sense, yeah. Yeah, because like through round 1 through 5,
change your diaper.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm getting myself the.
KG says time between rounds is being reduced.
Cool.
So.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, because I don't know, KG, like might have a better number of the exact number, but I think I looked at it when I first started, and it was something like 22 seconds. So even if it was 10 seconds, it's still a fair amount of time to. At least on multiplayer. Okay, cool.
Hopefully not by too much, because like I said, it is a convenience, at least especially for me, or like me, like if I want to take a hit from the bull, I got 20 seconds to take a good long hit.
You that.
So,
get a good blast into you. Oh, down to 5 seconds. Okay. I like where you're headed. See, that's more what I think. I'm like, let's get this shit rolling, keep those zombies pumping. If I gotta get, imagine having to go to the basement, but you've only got 5 seconds. It just takes that skill level and makes it so that you got to really know your game, know your strat, know your exit points, entry points, right? But I get what you're saying, though, Nifty. Yeah,
I don't know how often we'll have to go to the basement once the doors are open, because most of the stuff you should be able to get off the walls at that point.
Oh, I guess true enough. Yeah, I never thought of that. Yeah, you only have to hit the ammo box. But what about, so let's say you were going to, like I was just saying, if you had to go to the basement to get the AKM, but then are they not going to have it in the basement anymore? Do you know what the deal is with all that?
My guess is going to be that it'll still be down there. That would be the easy way to get exactly what you want if you don't, say, want to run all the way across the map to find it out of a certain room.
Oh yeah, like Millennium said, keep one alive for a while. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good point too. And then you get what you need, and then you kill the last guy. Good point.
Yeah, I always do that. That's
That's a really good
classic.
point.
That's classic COD zombie strat.
Just yeah, like I never really played the Call of Duty Zombies. I did a little bit, but not.
That's why it always confuses
Not
me when
much,
Kyle's like,
not
"Make sure you
much.
take a lot of ammo when you go down to the basement." I'm like, "Why? You've only got one zombie alive." Like that's I'm like okay, KG. We're not KG, but okay, Kyle. We need to give you a little education on how to to survive the zombie waves.
Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to do that. Hey, KMJ, are you still gonna? Are you going live?
No, he's not yet. I'm sitting on Twitter on Twitch.
Okay.
The only one of our streamer program live is Typucked, and he's playing PUBG. Door locks at 5 zombies. I missed. I don't. Which door?
Oh, he can't. He's working. Gotcha. That's hilarious. He's working, but playing.
Oh, I do that.
But playing the night
I used to
only.
do that all the time. Plus, he can pause whenever he wants.
That's true. That's true.
Single
Oh, you'll go
player.
live. Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah. Who else was saying that they were going to go live? There was another person in the chat saying that they could go live. Unfit Prodigy, was that you? Yeah, Unfit Prodigy. If you're around, go live. Like, same thing. Anybody who goes live, Nifty will just put you up on screen because that's the whole point. I mean, I have my game queued up, but we haven't really.
Yeah,
gotten
I
to
have
that
mine
section
turned
of
on too,
things.
for that matter. So,
Yeah.
So we were discussing it last night. Like for the rest of the time, if we can't, now Grant came on today, so we had an interview and stuff to do. But normally, from now on, we're gonna have some kind of gameplay going on, whether it's us just to fill it in, or somebody that's actually live and doing something, or like I'm doing now is going through clips to see if anybody has some clips to check out.
Yeah, well, we tried the other day, but they were all okay. So Unfit says, yeah, he is given 5 minutes. All right, cool, perfect, man. Rock on. That's amazing. So we'll just talk some smack for a couple minutes, and then get you on there.
I'm not anti-social.
Absolutely,
I'm
Cam
anti-stupidity.
Yeah, absolutely, Cam J. Love supporting the other undead players, undead streamers.
6.5 hours of streaming, Captain Atari Man. Are you in here? There you go. Was it all Undead Blocks? Oh no, you did a bunch of different games. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we had him in that was a good sesh with him yesterday. That was fun. We gotta when we're playing that next time have just a really good strat going in because I think we were kind of.
I played for Wild and Mobius last night. It was basically the same thing that I had said. We went in for a couple games to just try to get some better stuff and get out, and then when we went in with an objective, we went in with an objective. So that's just kind of it is. Like if you're just if you have nothing, then go in with nothing and just try to collect shit and get out so you have some decent stuff when you want to go in and do something. Otherwise, just jump in. You don't always keep your stronghold key cards. Apparently, you don't keep them at all. Like when you find the stronghold key card, if you have them in your pocket, they'll just cash out for extra XP. Otherwise, you have to use them in the game that you find it.
Okay.
But regular keys, they'll keep and hold. Like I played for about an hour and a half with him last night. Learned some more stuff.
Yeah, shit, man. I had gone out. I wasn't home, and I saw your message. I'm like, damn it, that would have been because he seems like he's got a ton of knowledge about how to do it and everything. So.
Yeah, I see you Unfit Prodigy here yesterday with about an hour worth of Undead Blocks on it. I do have that one here too. Somebody named Zeno2113.
Oh yeah, with clips. We have Iswa say I would go live, but nothing to do on the game yet. Yeah, I mean I guess that's what people are coming to.
Zeno said he would have gameplay, but it looks like it's just a Carlos Mencia interview.
Oh yeah.
And my old overlay.
I think CamJ, I don't know for sure. We were talking about that last night as well, but I'm pretty sure that I'm the only one who's completed the knife only challenge so far. So I think that my 2 hour 37 is the number, I think.
Yeah.
2 hours and 37 minutes. Yes, that was like, the worst is when you get down to like 10 zombies and die after you've put in that much time. So I definitely took the safe route.
So this is Unfit Prodigy.
Let's go. Perfect. That is excellent. Oh, he's going right in there. Boom. Stream is starting.
I just cut through.
Oh, okay, okay. Oh, is this a clip?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
gotcha.
from
Okay.
his yesterday.
Gotcha. Nice. Oh, he went for a totally different start point. It's interesting to see. It's always interesting to see how everybody plays.
He's not gonna make it.
I can only imagine.
That's taunt him with the gun and then just stab him. That's a move. That is a move.
I still don't knife anybody at all, and I don't run out of XP.
We're gonna get you to do the knife only. One time.
The only way that I would use it if it would actually rekey to a melee button instead of having to swap to the weapon. If I have to swap to the weapon, I'll never use it. But if it would just melee like most
Oh, yeah.
FPSs, then yes, I
Yeah.
would get used because it would I have a melee like specifically a melee button on my mouse. So by having to switch to the weapon on its own, I just don't do it.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, especially because I'm still getting used to the keyboard, so sometimes the weapon change, I get all weird on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm all
Or
like,
if it just automatic, like if it was a scroll wheel thing and it would swap to it automatically,
that's yes.
then that would happen then
yes.
too. But since it's not, yeah, I just never use it.
Yeah.
What do you want, Simba? What you want, buddy?
Unfit Prodigy says third if he's lucky. And then what do we got? Good to know someone beat. Wait, did someone beat that, or you're saying someone beat it? Like someone should beat it, Cam J.
I think he means somebody should beat it. Like a comment,
that's
like
right.
go
That's
beat
what I
it
read it
because
as.
it's
Yeah,
low hanging fruit. As in 2 hours and 37 minutes is a long time.
As in, that's what's up, players. Well, you'll see. Like I got through round 4 really fast, but then the next friggin' bloody hour and 10 minutes. Ugh. Faster than his time.
Faster than a Lambo.
Yeah. So what's wait, so have you finished it, Camji, or you're working towards finishing it? Okay, that's what I thought. Okay. So when you said faster than my time, I was like, wait a minute. Did I miss something here? Hey, that was a nice technique. He did the jump backwards over the fence move. That was smart. Watch this. Boom, you're stuck, zombie. Okay. I like Unfit's Unfit strategy here. Backing up over the fence, no biggie. Okay, round 2. We should almost try to get him on so we could talk with him as he's playing and pick his brain.
Well, I'm only gonna watch one clip. I'm gonna move on.
No, I know, but he's going live. Unfit Prodigy.
I know, but we have other people to watch.
Gotcha.
Damn, it's already 10:30.
That's why.
Grant gets on stream and time flies.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, and then after this, I'm gonna do a little circle back onto the GameStop marketplace medium. And we're not gonna read it. I have a thing to do a little read through on it for us. It'd be a little easier to understand, hopefully for everybody.
That's cool. Let them do it. Let the AI do it.
Yep. Wizbot, huh? Wisebot. Live online under the game. Under blocks. The uptime begin. Oh.
What's that? Where were you seeing that?
I'm reading. I was reading. I keep forgetting that I'm watching a video and their chat still pops up. So I'm actually reading his
I did
yesterday's
that
chat.
the other night. I replied to someone the other night the same exact way. That's when I'm like, well, I'm looking at our chat. Going, I don't see this thing he's saying. Funny how, like, I don't know. I've got a couple screens going now, and looking from one to the other. That's why you'll see me. I'm just getting used to everything laid out.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of fun to have just a little NASA setup going on.
It's super helpful when you're doing 16 different things at the same time.
Yeah. Definitely is.
Like, I've still thought about either taking my TV down and bringing it in here or moving back out to the living room and connecting to the TV again, just because 4K resolution of screen space is basically the equivalent of having 16, or not 16, but 16 by 9 screens.
Yeah.
So
No, that's where a lot of times when people talk about getting a monitor for a computer, I'm just like, well, why don't you just get a TV? But then someone told me that the monitors
main
for
debug
TVs
mode,
that they
no
have,
signal. I was reading his monitor that he was looking at.
Oh yeah. But yeah,
Well,
apparently monitors and TVs have different radiation on them. That's the difference for them.
dude, I told him not to call me until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I don't know why he's calling me now.
I love how you have grandma's phone ringtone for your ringtone.
For one of my friends, the one that's in Duquesne Law School, that's his. That's how I know it's him.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Old school phone for old school friend.
Yeah, that makes total sense. All right, what do you got here? Unfit is where I can't see where he's at because the Flying Phoenix is over the top of it. So you'll have to give us the
Oh
lowdown
yeah,
where
that's
we
right. Well, I
are.
can actually hide that.
No, it's all good, man. It's those guys deserve as much
Round 4.
screen space as we can afford them. So round 4, yeah, and I guess there you go, perfect. Perfection. So are you a soccer fan, Nifty?
I was a soccer player for a long time. I haven't paid any attention to it in years.
Yeah,
And I
only
coached
ever
for a
do
long
with
time
World
too.
Cup.
But as soon as I got injured, and I kind of stopped paying attention. As soon as I got injured and couldn't do anything.
That makes sense. Yeah. That makes sense.
Then I coached for a little while and still didn't watch, and now I just don't watch. It's not that I don't have. I really just don't have the interest to watch anymore. I don't have the patience to sit there and watch a soccer game for 90 minutes anymore.
Yeah. I get that. I could see that being a thing.
Or
I don't
football, depending where
watch
you're at.
any sports.
Right, and that was really only it. Like, and after a while, I faded down. I'd watch the World Cup, and then I just got to the point where even soccer has changed so much because of the way Americans play it versus how everybody else played it. That it's just I don't find it enjoying anymore. Like if you watch an MSL game, Major League Soccer game here in the United States, it's like the scores are like 6-3, and that's not soccer. Like soccer is about control, not just running down the field and kicking it into the net. So I
Exactly.
kind of lost my love in the game. If you're gonna watch soccer, you need to watch European League because it's at least still traditional and more about playing the game.
Yeah. Soccer's like
Well,
soccer's a real life
5K
chess.
for a Phoenix PC, but that also has like the 3090 in it, and an i9 1300 or 13,000. So yes, you're looking at a $5,000 top end everything that you need to have in a possibly PC.
Yeah, did you say liquid cooler and everything?
Yeah, it's got and that PC that you're looking at,
LCD
it's just
screen.
yeah, that their Phoenix, their top end PC is exactly that. It's a top end PC. Just for reference, that PC that you're looking at on their website right now is more than the one that I'm using. So that's not even the PC that I got from them.
So we got KG says, "Come on, World Cup, watching Brazil versus Sweden or Switzerland right now. How are we doing? Brazil is actually my second My first team is Italy, but I guess they didn't even make it this year, my buddy was saying. And then my second team is Brazil.
Liquid cooler, AI cooler, right? All in one. Yeah.
I would expect custom loop. What does it mean?
That's
is
just
custom loop?
I mean, I'm not going to try to justify their prices. It's the cost of equipment isn't cheap. And when you're buying a top end PC, you're talking about just the 3090 alone is a $1,500 card. So what do you expect? They gotta build it. They gotta make money. You know, they make very workable PCs at the $700 range, and they could definitely carry this game without a problem. So it just depends.
Oh, it's 0-0. I was gonna say, oh, we're doing good, but
Yeah, it's top spec, no doubt. Right, exactly. It's got everything that you know. They might even have 4090s in them now. I don't. They said that they had them. They asked me if I wanted one, and I told them no. It's useless, and they're glitchy right now for the 4090s. But or they're not useless. Let's change that word. They're just too much at this point.
yeah,
Just a
it's
shock.
not.
Well, yeah, but you're looking at also the highest end of their PC. You can you go to their lower end value prices, and you realize that, oh wow, this is definitely still a pretty good PC. I mean, it's like a 2060 or a 2070 and 32 gigs of RAM at $700, so it's still pretty decent PC. 16 gigs of RAM, not 32. But either way,
I think prices of computer in general is just
no,
like,
just
what?
ridiculous, right? And then when you're talking about gaming specific computers, now you're talking about,
Yeah.
there's colors and all this other shit going on, and they are all customizable. So even if you would pick that one, you go into it, you can downgrade items, you can upgrade items, you can change the price of it from what it's sitting at. It's not that's just
Yeah, like tell them about that thing in the middle of your one there that they can't. They keep. The
Yeah,
only reason I know what it is because I can see it, but I
Yeah.
don't know if anybody really realizes
that
what
was an
that is.
upgrade. So
Yeah,
if I
that's
go to the
so
full
badass.
size, that
Yeah.
was an upgrade. The strimmer lighting, which are the cable lightings that's going on, those are $100 for each fucking one of them. You know what I mean? All that extra shit that they have onto it, you don't have to get it. You can get just black cables and save $300 probably just on cables.
Yeah, easily $300.
But yeah,
But then
no,
your
it's
computer doesn't look badass though.
right, and that was that was one of the things that I told him outright. I said it needs to be able to run at least 8 programs that are all GPU based programs, and it needs to be able to look amazing when people see it from the stream, so that it's a conversation piece. That was literally what I wanted. I needed it to be colorful, and I needed it to be powerful. I don't need it to be top end. I just needed it to work for what I wanted to work for.
Yeah, exactly.
If I was buying a PC for myself, if I wouldn't have been able to get them to do it, and I would have had to do it on my own, yeah, it would have been $1,000 or $1,400 PC. It would have been the normal average price that people spend for a gaming PC. And it probably wouldn't have been a 30 series, probably would have been a 20 series, probably would have been 32 gigabytes of RAM.
Yeah, yeah. But like you said, if you want to be able to do everything you're doing now as
right.
smoothly.
Plus what I still am not doing yet. Like I still have plans to do more, so.
Yeah, there's so much to do.
And the only thing that gives me problems is Warzone, but it doesn't matter what system you have, Warzone was going to crash.
Yeah, so. Warzone crashes on everybody. But yeah, definitely a shock when you think as to my first my first car cost less than my current computer.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's my car right now costs less than this computer.
Oh my god!
And that's a Cadillac.
Yeah. Actually, let's put it this way: all of the cars I bought before my current vehicle cost less than this PC that I have.
Yep.
Yeah. But
I mean, I have a
get it.
2011
right?
Cadillac CTS, and it's probably valued less than this computer. So.
Yeah, the trade-in value is less than the computer.
Yeah.
That's saying something. This 2080 Ti costs 1.2K.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So the cost on this is a 3080 Ti, and their cost on it, not including like giving it to me and what they would actually charge people, was $1,100. Was the cost of that 3080 Ti, and that was their cost. So I don't know what the retail cost on it would be.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why just parts going into the computers are what added up, and then they need to get paid for their time. They need to get paid. They're giving free shipping. So while they say it's free shipping, obviously it's built in somewhere, because it's $200 to ship it. They can't just give you free shipping and not make up for it somewhere. So yeah, some way, shape, or form, there's profit in it enough for them to be able to give free shipping. There's also profit enough in it for them to be able to pay people. There's all that has to be built into it. That's just business. I mean, yeah, you could probably build that same $5,000 computer for $3,800 out of your pocket.
But you got to do it. You got to
Right,
know what
you
you're
got to build it,
doing.
know what you're doing, not fuck it up. You know, there's no warranty on it. There's no nothing on it. That's all on you. So yeah, then that's the trade-offs in anything that you do, right? You can always find a better car cheaper for secondhand too, and fix it yourself and not have to worry about it, or you can buy it brand new and have warranties. Imagine then your $5,000 PC gets lost in the post. Oops. Well, they do warrant. They have all that stuff covered. Obviously, that would kind of make sense too, but that would suck. I mean, but on the other side of it, if it does get lost, you know, you're just gonna get another one sent to you anyway. That's part of what it's the shipping protection is about. My thing would be I would just be so pissed off if it because the way where I live in a cul-de-sac, so when they come whipping in with the UPS or whatever, you can see the lean on the vehicle because the way they're turning through the fucking thing. I'm like, man, if I ever got anything important coming through and I see him coming in through leaning like that, I am flipping out.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, but I mean, my last PC I built myself, but I mean, like I said, I wanted to when I started this. The point is, like I said, it's to focus on you guys, as the viewers, but also it's to create partnerships and stuff like that. And I knew that if I could find a local company that was small enough that we would be able to help them grow because of Undead Blocks being a Wagyu Games and all that. And that was kind of my initial outreach to them when I started talking to them. Flying Phoenix was my fourth company to call. Yeah.
Yeah, or you could do the escape key. Works as well.
How do you guys minimize out of game to get back to the desktop? I have two monitors, so I literally just click on another app and it just goes right to it, and I actually don't minimize from it for some reason. It used to minimize on me.
It's interesting.
But yeah, if I just use the I'm on Windows 11 because that does matter versus Windows 10. But so when I'm using Windows 11, if I just use the taskbar and I switch to another app through the taskbar, it just pops it up. It doesn't minimize it.
Yeah, and I just play in windowed mode so I can use my
And then that way it stays, right?
Chat pins, yeah. Using the chat pins. I guess Unfit's trying to get his OBS or something running. Yeah, that's my favorite gun right there. Just that straight up. Loves me some F1.
I like when the new players come in and they're like, these spear zombies are so hard. You need to just take them out. I'm like, well, no, you just need to practice a little bit longer. Just a little bit more practice, guys. Just because you jump into a game and you can't win doesn't mean that you. I don't know what I just did. I just killed that somehow.
Which? Oh,
I killed the stream somehow, and
oh,
I'm not sure how. I think I just. Oh yeah, there it is. And we were actually yeah, is when they come in, they're like, oh man, this is too hard or that's too hard. Well, a lot of people are beating it with just a fucking knife, so apparently it's not too hard.
Oh man, I was actually gonna
put a couple seconds into the game, get a little bit better at it.
Yeah, made me think about it because I was like, yeah, it all depends too what round you get. Because my round that I did, I friggin' at the end I had it was 17 spear zombies, and there's only, you have to. They're gonna get you, and 2 of their stabs is you dead basically for the spear guy, right? So
Actually,
you got to have
here.
a strat. What?
I was way he still had a lot of zombies left. When I lost that, he was right here at the end, so I just skipped us back to the end again. Yeah, I also noticed that you had that little nice. There it is again, that lava skin.
Yeah, I'm jealous of those lava skins. It's interesting because oh yeah, look how cool that is. I mean, I've never cared until the Galaxy skin showed up in my wallet, and I was like, wow,
this
really
is cool. Yep.
Really cool. Like I just because and I never understood the culture of people wanting skins, but now I get it where it does look cool.
C Sapien. I don't know who C Sapien is.
Let's just go and find on out. Maybe just do a little bit of the mute. Oh yeah, good old fashioned.
We do have ads turned off on Twitch for those of you guys that are watching on Twitch. Doesn't mean that you're not going to get them. Twitch still plays their own ads no matter what every so often. So I don't know when or if you guys have already gotten them, but they should be a lot less than they used to be. Just putting that out there.
Throwing it on out.
All right. So I don't know who this guy is. Delta C Sapien.
Nice. Okay, cool. I'll be right back, Andy.
Yep. But he did a stream yesterday for Undead Blocks. Figured we'd check him out. Looks like the day before that he did a little bit of EV.io. I played that last night for a second, and I absolutely hated that game. Even though I did make like 16 of whatever it pays you. All the ads popped up just as I was talking about them. That's funny. That makes sense, though. All right, so we're getting his John Cena in the way, making sure he's got his background going. Still can't. Oh, I have it on mute. I was like, still can't hear him talking, but
should I do an AKM assault or should I just do challenges?
Oh, he's new. This is his first play. All right, let's see how we go.
998 rounds to go. What is this?
Died again on wave 5. I'm gonna break it today.
I guess we're doing.
200 followers equals corn suit. All right, I see what he's up to. Hey, I'm gonna give you a follow, buddy. There you go. There's a follow for you. Okay, so
Reloading. I think if you're sidearm. That's new. Oh, those textures.
yeah, your textures are kind of. I think he's playing on like 720 here. It might be oh yeah. Yeah, because he's streaming at 1080. So the stream is at 1080. I think his game is at 720.
No, away!
Turn his volume down a little bit. I do want to hear him. Curious to hear what he says because it does seem like he's new.
Oh, I'm not liking this lag at all.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of lag. I see that too. He doesn't have his FPS counter on, so I don't know what that is.
The time doesn't stop when you press pause on it. What crap is that?
Good stuff. Yeah, the time doesn't pause when you press stop.
Oh, MJ just died.
Yeah, I
Sorry.
saw that on wave 5.
Sorry to hear that, dude. That I literally feel your pain. He says he's gonna break it today. What was your time on that? I don't know. Were you already talking about this?
And he's a controller player. No, I'm talking about this kid's play.
Okay.
We're watching C Sapien play.
Oh yeah.
Looks like might be his first time playing, maybe second. So I turned it up a little bit to hear what he's talking about. But he's right. His FPS is all over the place.
His frames are bad.
Gotta jump in. Oh, you got some sound rolling with him too.
Yeah, because I like to hear what he says since he's new. Like I want to hear his comments.
Yeah.
The first thing he was complaining about was he had to pause it and the timer was still running. He's like, "Oh, the time's still going. What's up with that?"
Yeah. Oh, you can't take a piss break. Yo, KMJ, you were 28 minutes in, and how long were you into?
How many did you
round
still
5?
have
How
left?
far?
Yeah.
How much is it from this one? Is it 10,000? 20. Oh my god, no.
15, 10.
This guy's good. The accent helps.
Yeah, yeah.
He took his time putting that John Cena up in the background for all of us to watch it, though. So just beware of that. Like his first 3 minutes of this video was getting that John Cena in place.
I was trying to figure out what it was because I'm covering that on the screen.
Oh yeah, because that's right. Let me move so you guys can see the John Cena.
There you go. There you go.
He took his time to make sure we could see that, so this is important to him. It's like
Yeah.
my background that I took 16 different renditions to get to where I wanted to be.
It's important, man. It's really important where you sit, what you're doing, what your background is.
Yep.
Why is my computer doing this?
Oh, he's got mad jumping, yeah. No, you're supposed to shoot the zombies.
I'm glad that I know that it's his computer doing it though, and not
Maybe if I just
mine.
keep
So
running, then
Yeah, I thought you were. I was just thinking to myself, man, Nifty's computer can't keep up.
he's complaining about it. What's up with my computer? Here he goes. Oh no, the time's still running. You're gonna die. Oh, he didn't mess with anything yet.
Oh, so he's got. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Anti-aliasing's off. Render scale. Yeah, I mean most of it. I don't know what he's running with, but I mean I ran with higher stuff, but that not while I was streaming though. But with my laptop, I was able to put higher settings on than that. But if I streamed, it did this.
fix it a little, but
And my buddy couldn't stream and play at the same time on his laptop. It was just too many resources.
Yeah, exactly. It hammers it down and it overheats so bad that even with a good fan on it, it still just gets way hot, and then it just
Yeah.
kills the rendering at that point too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And even if I was just playing, I could only play for maybe 2 hours with the fan running before it would just like I could start to smell the heat. So
Oh, you're like cooking the machine.
yeah, that was just for playing it. Like that wasn't even trying to stream and other stuff. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, you gotta take care of the merchandise. Did Unfit Prodigy ever wind up making it?
I don't know.
very seen in this game.
Had a lot left, but still stopped spawning. Maybe 30 or so left. Also, he was probably still 30 minutes off of being finished.
Yeah. Takala has 175.
It's still an hour
jump
faster
catch.
than you. Would have been.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's freaking incredible.
Of course, it's not an hour faster than you if they don't finish it.
Well, and I was just gonna say, I think you get to the 30 left, but you died
Still
because
lagging. I don't know
that's
what's going
what
on
it
with the
is.
online.
It's not like
It's
when
not
you
the
have
first 4 rounds, it's the 5th round, and
Yeah,
that's it.
exactly. Yeah. And when you have 42, I had 17 spear zombies at the end. There's only so close you can get, or you
Yeah.
will die every time. Believe me, I tried going fast.
All right,
And then
we'll
I-
check back on you in a minute.
Can't really
It's like I tried going fast, but also I wanted to finish that damn challenge because how many times I got to no spawn and died after. But like I said, I think it's awesome. Like if CamJ beats my time, I think that's sick. I think what that does is that means that there's going to be another guy out there that's like, oh, you got it done in 50 minutes. I'll
You
get it done in
inspired something.
45
That's all that
minutes,
matters.
right? And that's cool to me. I think that, and it wasn't even me, man. Like full shout out goes to THC Gotcha. He's the guy who created the challenge. He came in and he was like, I think I actually went to his stream and he was like, yeah, I'm doing the knife only challenge. And he was hyped about it. So it got me hyped. And then, and I hope that actually gets, and then we got CamJ's hyped on it now and WT's hyped on it. It's just that, let's build this community. It's so sick. There's so many great people in this community that if we can't pull it off, who can? Like, look who's leading it. Grant at the helm. That's why you and I are doing this daily, because we believe in, we believe in the general of this army.
Right. Well, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the way that Grant talks. 100%.
Exactly.
Like
Exactly.
if he didn't get into it as often as he gets into all this and talks about it and you know, and gives actual true information and he's not just a hype man. Like it's legit. Like he tells you when something's not going to happen and he tells you when something is going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
And like
what
Monday
that's what got me
morning
involved in
hopping
this.
in, fresh intel. Yeah, exactly. It's yeah. Yeah.
No, and it's all realistic stuff that he talks on. He's not, you know, he's not be, oh, you're gonna have 6 million players next. No, we're not. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's look, we're hoping to have
Exactly.
500,000 players next year. You
Yeah.
know, and he says we're hoping. It's not like we're going to. He's like that's the plan. This is how it should work because this is the metrics of how it works for everybody else, and we're just the same as everybody else in some things. So
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. And to like come in and just say to you guys, okay, like say to us, you know what I mean? That yeah, we're like things did have to get moved back because of X, Y, and Z. Like I would rather that than have all these other projects who they don't even talk to you. You know what I mean? Let alone give you a as up to the minute as they can be when it comes to they obviously have legal things to deal with being a business, right?
right.
So yeah, the fact that he comes in and they're like, okay, guys, we're doing this, this, and this, and this. I mean, even the GameStop getting pushed back. I mean, sure, part of me is like, oh man, but it's more of like
But it's
I'm not like
4 days. That's the thing that
yeah,
like
yeah,
that, and that's the first thing when I saw it.
exactly.
I said, man, this is 4 days, and it's gonna be nothing but a Discord fucking complaint for like 3 days. That they
Well,
got
it's funny
pushed
because
back
when you
4
told me
days.
yesterday, I didn't even know. Remember, you said to me yesterday, and I was like, what? What do you mean? What happened? So
Yeah.
that's how because I'm like, wow, December 5th, December 1st. I mean, it's not. Yeah, it's not December 1st,
Of
2024
right, they're
or
not
something,
pushing it back
right?
forever. It's 4 days. And I assume that it was just to get stuff on the back end of GameStop corrected.
That's what I was going to ask. I was wondering if that's what it was. Is that there's, I mean, it's all well and good to have a plan on your own, and then you involve
Other
one
people, and
other
then
layer, and it completely changes,
right.
right?
It's like
So
IMX, right? That wasn't a planned for thing. IMX came around, and they're like, "Oh shit, we should get in on this," and they got in on it.
yeah, yeah, and I mean, like, well, that's first day I heard that I was like,
Yeah, I
oh
see. We're
shit.
we're already watching you, Unfit.
But yeah, the first day that they said that, I was literally that morning I was gonna buy a zombie pack, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta go to the store because I had to do some stuff before getting back to work. So I went to the store and I was listening though still as I went, and I'm like, oh man, this kind of sucks that this change and that change. But that's because I was listening to it in the moment. But then I stepped back and I was like, actually, the fact that, I mean, the biggest complaint in this marketplace is the fact that you're paying all this gas fee if you want to change a wallet or send it to, like, if I want, like, hey, Nifty, play with this pack, I can't send it to you, So going somewhere where you can do that is actually pretty sick, right?
Yep.
It's like a pretty, that's why me and Crypto Dragon got so heavily into the soul back projects, because so he buys one like that one, that Earth from Another Sun I was playing. He buys it and he's like, dude, will you just play this already? So I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. So I play it, but he sends me the asset over to he sends me the asset over to play, because it costs 0.0005 of a soul to send a thing back and forth, right?
Right. Yep.
So if you can get that in this, or like this picture, like, oh, you and me are playing, and you're like, oh man, you got the lava skin, and I'm like, oh dude, you got the whatever skin, and then we can just trade them like for free. Really, I think there's a lot that is not being taken in for what this idea that Grant and the team have. Like, imagine how, remember back in the day, you'd go to the convenience store and you'd buy a pack of, Upper Deck baseball cards, and you'd be like, did I get one of the reflectors in there? It's going to be like that.
Right. Without a
Did
doubt.
you ever collect baseball cards or no?
I mean, yes and no. I did for a long time, and then, like I said, I was an asshole as a kid.
Fair.
And I had a very good educational lesson from a basically my
Nice.
brother-in-law, where I had attempted to steal a whole bunch of baseball cards, and his response once he caught me do it was took all of mine, basically.
Oh wow,
Uh,
that's a good life lesson, I guess. At the
and I
end of the
learned
day,
very,
shit.
yeah, I fucking learned the lesson without a doubt.
Yeah, you learned for
So,
sure on that one.
and I had a whole bunch of really good cards that I still remember right now. Some rookies that are definitely worth fucking money that I'm positive that his son now has, because that was the cards that I tried to steal was his son's cards, so he gave my cards to his son, and I learned my lesson from it, and it just was what it was. There was a Texas judge at one point in time that was doing that. When people got caught stealing something, they gave the victim a year to go steal something from them, essentially.
Are you serious? Like that was actually
That was the actual,
judgment
and
in the court?
yeah, the judge actually did that for like now. Of course, of course made national news, and I don't think it stuck very well. But like that was something that he did for a couple times before he basically got shot out for it. But yeah,
I mean, I
but
think
but
that
I
is
I
a
without a
great
doubt
idea.
learned my lessons from that. That was where I learned like when I continued stealing shit as it went on, but I didn't steal shit from people. Like I legitimately learned that okay, if I'm gonna be a fucking thief, I shouldn't be putting people out. Like that's what I learned from it, right? Don't steal something from people who worked for it. Steal it from the company. So like when I was stealing cars, I stole cars off the lot. I stole them from the dealership. Like I didn't fuck around with I'm not gonna put somebody out and not be able to go to work for a couple days because I stole their car. Like that was how my thinking went as a kid. I was like, oh well, yeah, I guess I shouldn't be stealing stuff from people. If I'm gonna steal something, I should just go steal a pack of cards or a box of fucking packs of cards or whatever it is from the store
Like go to
because nobody's
Walmart or something.
right. You know what I mean? Like that was my rationality on it.
And
That
I
was
mean, I think as you get older, though, you realize that, like, because
oh,
like
I
even you
stopped
said,
stealing
yeah,
eventually. Yeah, I did eventually
yeah,
grow up. I
at the
mean,
point you're
but
like, yeah, stealing is still stealing, but I know what you mean, though. Yeah, when you're doing it from Walmart, it's like they have, they pay insurance even if they get robbed,
right.
up to whatever the amount is. I mean, it still sucks for them for sure, but
Well,
I
and
know
it
exactly.
comes back to the consumer, right? Still, ultimately, also that's the reason why products and stuff, and that's their excuse is that's the reason why products go up in price because they're making up for their lost cash flow because of the thieves. Well, I highly doubt that they get that much stolen, really.
Oh man,
You know,
some places get it's insane what they get stolen.
but oh well, yeah, like Home Depot, people walk out with entire fucking fridges and shit. Hell, I walked out of a Kmart with a TV one time.
You just
So
have to walk out like you own it.
confidence, 100% confidence, right? Because the TV section is in the back corner. Well, now they actually walk out with you when you buy TVs and
Oh
shit.
yeah, now they like
But
now
but
they have like a
but
big
back then,
bomb
like
in
I
there.
literally just took the TV off the shelf, put it in my cart, and walked out the fucking front door. Nobody said anything to me. Like that's all I did. Not a
Yeah,
question about it.
they all just figure like, look at this guy, he's walking out. He must have paid for it at the
He
back
paid right,
counter or
exactly. He
something,
paid for it
right?
at the back, and there's nobody there to check. Like this is 20 years ago probably, but yeah. So
Yeah.
back in the day. And that was just how things were. But that was one of my biggest lessons as a kid, and I still remember it. And that's why I kind of stopped collecting cards too, because once I lost my collection, I didn't want to start over again. Um, but there was like Emmett Smith rookie cards, Ken Griffey Jr., lots of because he was my favorite baseball player. So I had everything Ken Griffey Jr. I had a huge collection of Kobe Bryant rookies. Um, so there was a lot of good cards that I had in that collection that without a doubt. Now I never
Swept
got
you
in
out
like
the
comic
door.
books. I didn't do comic book collecting. I would read them, but I wouldn't collect them.
Yeah. I'm like the same. I mean, I didn't really do much card collecting, but I still remember opening up the pack of like what was the other one? Tops.
There's Tops. There was Upper Deck. There was a couple different
Yeah.
brands.
Yeah, there's quite different brands. We do have Millennium Sound did go live too, and is actually
I'm looking now. I am.
playing.
Oh yeah, yes there is.
It seemed like
Um,
Undead Prodigy said he doesn't, or Unfit
He
Prodigy
didn't want to
said
get
he doesn't
doxxed. He
want
backed
to
out. I already
dox.
backed out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's definitely live. Yeah,
Yeah,
we
he's
got
playing now.
Millennium Sound is live. Yeah.
With all that toxic green, repping his guild.
Yeah, this is one hell of a layout there, Millennium. If you're listening, I like this a lot. It's got some. You feel like you're in your head right now. Would this be like one of those bot backgrounds, like an owned one?
No, that one's custom.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, no, because it's everything about them. That's their text. That's their logo. That's custom.
Oh, okay. I thought you could just add in like the assets into that
Yeah, I know it's
But
not that easy.
that makes sense. That makes sense.
I
Yeah.
mean, you could if you're, good with Premiere Pro and it was already a template, so then you could switch stuff out. But I don't think they
Yeah.
have a template like that that I'm aware of. I haven't seen any yet, anyway. I do have a couple of templates I've been looking at to switch our stuff up because I'm going to do it more news centric.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, but I can't get Premiere Pro to work, so I canceled it last night.
Ah, bit annoying.
Yeah, I still have the Premiere Pro Express or whatever it is, and it says that the assets that I downloaded still work there, but I can't get them to open up in that either. So I'm probably just gonna
Gotcha.
stop and find somebody willing to volunteer to do what I want, so that they can get credit. But yeah, that's the overlays. Oh, you got stuck. Oh, you got out of it though. The overlays and all that kind of making, not my thing unless there's a template that I can go into it and just add what I need it. I can't build them from scratch.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's a lot of things I'm learning about this whole adventure of streaming is that there's a lot that you do need the other thing for.
Right, you'll get the basics. They'll give you the basics for free, but then when you really start getting into it, you're like, oh well, I want to do this, and I want the streamers to have this, or the viewers to have this, and I want to be able, and then it just starts to add up really quickly.
Yeah. 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 Before you know it, you're into
I mean, just subscriptions alone for the services, you're probably running, $100 to $200 for most people.
a month.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, like that the Adobe Premiere for doing all of that stuff is
Yeah,
what? It's
$30
like
a month.
$100 a
Yeah.
month for
Oh yeah, for all of
the
it, for
programs?
all of it. Yeah, yeah. But just Premiere Pro is $30 a month. And then it's not your Photoshop. It's not, the other stuff. You have,
Yeah.
for this, the owned program is I think it's $10 a month, $20 a month, or something like that for the owned
Yeah. Yeah.
Pro. My internet, $250 a month.
I know, that's insane. That's crazy. I mean, and you said you're in a city, so I just don't understand how it's that much money.
It's the only
And
way to get unlimited. That's why. I mean, like, there's obviously cheaper options, but the only way to have unlimited downloads, basically unlimited bandwidth, is to go with their top tier, which is also like gigabyte speeds and.
Oh yeah, so you could basically run NASA from your
Yeah,
from
at
your
this
living
point, yeah, I'm as fast as I can get where I live, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
fully unlimited. I'm also fully broke.
Yeah,
So-
fully zero coming in. What is saying? Did they fix the knife issue? What
I didn't
knife
know there was a
issue?
knife issue, yeah, so I'm not aware. I don't use a knife.
My knife worked perfectly well, so I don't know. I have no idea. Or unless you meant from like the beginning when it was so overpowered that with that guy in the tournament, if that's what you mean.
KMJ said he was having a knife issue and
Oh.
it's fixed, so yeah.
Yeah, I was having one too. That's why it took me so long. Come on, guys. Shit. No, I don't know. I did not have any problems with my knife. So what was the issue, Cam J? After a few knives, it would stop knifing. Oh, I did have that happen actually. Yeah. That happened like a week and a half ago. Yeah. That looks badass too. Look at these guys with all their fancy stuff here. Think something with sprinting, swinging, getting hit at once made the knife not responsive. Yeah, I actually, as soon as you said that, I remembered it happened to me. I was at the far end, at the north end of the map.
Remind him
Horses?
if you are listening to us also that the overlay that you're using, the intro overlay and stuff that you're using that's in red, the starting soon and all that, you can actually change the colors on that to match your overall color feel if you want. Doesn't have
Oh,
to-
really? Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to stay that color.
Oh, that makes sense.
You can go
That's
into your
cool.
filters and fix that Millennium if you're listening, and you can make it match your overall thing, unless you want to keep it red, of course. But just saying that you can't change it. This is Millennium playing live right now. Millennium Sound. Oh, I knew that was gonna happen. That's all right. I did know it. Ba-ba-doo-doo-doo. Already on his round 5. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. I usually stick around that 2500 to 3500 XP when I get to round 5.
The only one that I've run out of is with the shotgun. It's just it's not enough. The rest of them they're fine.
The sound cuts out? What cuts out? Which sound? I don't have any of his sound playing, so you won't hear any of the in-game sound from him. I have that silenced.
Been zipping around. He just gets that F1 and starts mowing their faces down. Let's go.
We will, because I have a meeting pretty soon. So we'll finish this, we'll finish this round out, and then we'll close out on our day. Probably just raid over to Millennium here.
Yeah, it's a great plan. That is a great plan.
Today is my important meeting.
With that one.
The one that might actually allow me to buy some fucking packs.
That would be nice.
Let me get like a, you know, a $50,000 payday and see if I don't just buy out that whole amateur fucking. I will
all
make
of
the
them.
new floor.
Moving on up.
The floor right now is what, 0.195? Floor's gonna be 0.58.
Yeah, that floor price is going up.
I hope all goes well. Do I need to give $10.01 to get my name back up there? Probably. On our thing, yeah. Whatever it is to get above Light Cloud. He seems to be there. So Light Cloud has all of them. Actually, Light Cloud would technically probably also have the last sub spot too, because he gifted that. So that gift spot. Oh no. The Afro Thundercat subbed on his own this morning when we just started the stream. Now I'm talking about it. No, you could bet if I land this fucking licensing contract today and I get paid before the end of the year and there's still shit sitting on the floor, I'm buying the hell out of them.
Oh yeah, packing it up. That's the move right there. Just NFGA, but
Yeah,
let's
I mean,
go.
it's legit only because I don't have cash in my pocket that I don't own. Like, it's not because I don't want to. It's definitely not from that.
Exactly. I know that
You
exact
know, I
feeling.
was
got way
4
more
days
back
late
to
on rent
cash.
last month, and I'm gonna be late on it again this coming month because it goes up $350 fucking dollars. So, that's my situation in life. That's the only reason why I don't have packs. Thank you for the follow, Wistus. Oh, you weren't following already? What is wrong with you?
Thanks for the follow.
Or did you unfollow and refollow? That's a cheap one. I think that still works. I don't think they ever fixed that.
Oh, where if
I
you
was
unfollow,
pressed the
you
wrong
make the
button.
newest
Yeah,
follower?
yeah, yeah. So they can unfollow and refollow. Yeah.
Oh, nice. To get his name up
Yep.
there, he did it on purpose. Nice one.
Now we're gonna have a battle for the rest of the day. Unfollow, refollow, unfollow, refollow. Actually, of course, Kingmaker Virat is a new follower, so we appreciate that. Thank you.
Definitely appreciate the follow. Thanks so much.
How do you get the others? So There's biddies. You have to give more than 100 biddies because Light Cloud's the highest biddy tipper. And then Light Cloud is the highest cash tipper. And actually, if I wanted to make it totals, he would be at 15 instead of 10, but it just does last right now. It's a shame that I actually know all those numbers off the top of my head.
No, it's good, man. It means you appreciate that the people are supporting.
Don't know how to get the others. Yeah, the other one. So the other one is bits inside of Twitch. You have to buy bits from them. They're basically a penny a piece. Same thing. It's just a straight trade to $1. And then the tip one where Light Cloud has 10. That's straight to the tip. Can we play the game as a scholar? Yes, but not right now. There will be full scholarships. There will be full what do we call it? Arms dealers. They'll basically be able to rent their weapon pack out to you and decide between the two of you what the percentage splits will be right in game. There'll be nothing to figure out. It'll just happen for you. So you can do a 70-30, 30-70, 50-50. However you guys want to work it out, you can do 100% right out. So it's between you and your mentor or manager or however you guys want to word this. And that will be live with the game being live by the end of the year. And there might almost, I'm not even going to say might, there will almost certainly be tweaks to it after it starts because it's, until it gets live and running, until it gets live and running, we don't know what it's going to mean. No, it means this year. It's not going to get pushed back again. It's already been pushed back. The only thing that might not be live for the actual game is as far as literally an hour ago, we were just talking to Grant about this. The only thing that might not make it live in game is going to be not flamethrower, but the RPG, because it's not done being optimized yet. But everything else should be live before the end of the year. What he's not committing to is it going to be before Christmas or after Christmas. So it will be before end of year. Before Christmas would be great because then we get all the kids to spend their money. Grant said late December, early January. I have a feeling he's hinting for January. Well, today at this, he still said by end of year. With everything except for the RPG. As of right now.
The other thing that they were skeptical on, yeah.
Right. So the RPG might not be here, but the game should be here. He said the blood boxes might not happen until after the release. That's what he might be pushing back. Yeah, still on track for end of December. Blood boxes, maybe, maybe not. We don't know about blood boxes, and we are fairly sure that we're not going to have the RPG. At least not right away.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like you said, they got to optimize because it's too powerful, not powerful enough.
Not firing right, not reloading
fast,
right. Could be a whole bunch
There's
of
so
issues.
many things.
Right.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying the other day that I just the amount of work that goes into making an RPG is got to be insane, actually. Like, how do you tell it to go over there, hit this object? The object is now told that it explodes when this thing hits it. Like, there's a lot going on there that's not as easy as, just put an RPG in a game, right?
Right. And then deciding, they can't just make like a balloon effect of damage because, well, if the RPG hits a car, it's not going to damage the shit on the other side of that car just because it's a balloon effect.
Right.
So there's definitely a lot going. And like we've already seen, they make their weapons to be as close to reality as possible. So an RPG doesn't just shoot in a straight line. So that's the other thing, right? They're trying to make everything kind of realistic. Well, RPG kind of shoots in an arc, and it's not very accurate. And then on top of that, most people are going to get all antsy-pantsy and just fire that RPG right in front of a fucking group of them and kill themselves. So there might be some kind of there might be something going on with that too. So yeah.
Yeah, there has to be that effect where it hits you because that's what would happen.
Right. Or maybe it's like the old M203s in Call of Duty where it had to shoot so far before it would activate.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you shot somebody face to face, it literally just hit them in the face and killed them and didn't blow up. It was just like getting hit in the face with it at full trajectory and killed them, like broke their skull type of thing.
Yeah. Similar to the grenade.
Yeah.
KG said.
Yeah, and that makes sense. Like that is, I mean, it's 100% what RPG stands for, rocket propelled grenade. So it should really only do about the same amount of damage as a grenade, except for you have a little bit better
except it can
targeting
fire.
system.
Yeah.
Is there gonna be friendly fire in? I hope not, because that'll be just. Oh man.
Because Nifty will never play with me again.
Well, the thing is you'll never play with me again because I'm the guy that shoots the crowd from out. You're right up in the shit, and I'm the one that's out in the distance trying to shoot him. And so when I pop an RPG, you're dead. And so are the other 30
Nifty just
zombies.
killed me, you bastard.
Don't worry, I'll collect your stuff.
Yeah. Thanks.
As you poop out a whole bunch of rings on the ground like Sonic.
Yeah. And they start. Yeah, all my guns just start bouncing away down the hill. Yeah, I mean, I've watched this, like, even when I watch others play it, I mean, so, okay, maybe you can answer, you might know since you were all into the gaming and what the definition, like, why is this not considered a AAA? I mean, I'm looking at the new graphics in the new Call of Duty, and they're not.
Well, Call of
It's not
Duty
like they
has
make
always
this look
been
like
like that.
shit.
No, you're right, but it's not AAA because of the money behind it.
Oh, that's okay. That's what I mean. So it's not like the game itself. It's that there's mitigating factors outside of
Right.
it.
It's largely because of the amount of money behind it. I mean, because look, some of the Minecraft is considered a AAA game, right? And in my personal opinion, I don't like blocky that thing. So to me, that's not good graphics.
You may want to switch off this stream right now because he's yeah.
Everyone's Minecraft fans, but I mean, that's my personal
Nifty?
opinion. Yeah.
You may want to switch off this stream.
Oh, why? What's he doing?
Yeah.
See that, Millennium? You guys just try to get everybody in trouble. Man. Oh, that's not who I wanted to go to either. I know you just told me that you were back on Unfit, so. Yeah, Millennium, we don't want to be doing them on that on stream. Grant directly asked to not share that. Now, I've heard of nobody getting any kind of repercussions from it because it has been shared. But Grant has directly asked, and it's a pinned comment actually in the general chat on Discord, not to share that if possible. And I can also personally understand why, because that if everybody went and did it, that's a good chunk of money out of their pocket that they're just giving people to reinvest towards other stuff. Don't press your Pornhub tab. Do I have a Pornhub tab? No, I don't use Pornhub, so. That's the second time. What, for me catching? Oh, yeah. Wait, what are you trying to say? Dude, there's nothing here that's Pornhub. What are you talking about? You're just crazy now. Now you're just trying to instigate stuff. Twitch, Twitter, Amazon, YouTube, Restream, Own Pro, playlists. That's the playlist epidemic. That's the sound that you guys hear in the beginning of the thing. Flying Phoenix, and my personal website. Yeah. That's why I'm like, I don't use Pornhub. Dude, I watch porn like every other human being on the planet. Or adult. Most of the adults on the planet. I'm just not dumb enough to do it that way.
Yeah, Jeffrey Tubin.
Yeah. I've been streaming for a while. I'm aware of what I need to do to keep myself safe. Because I know somebody that got banned from YouTube completely accidentally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Unfit Prodigy's got a pretty nice gun.
That's a nice skin. Yeah, I like that one. You did make me look though. Because then I was like, what the fuck is my wife doing on my computer? like for real. Because I know I didn't do it.
It's like, I know it's not me, so.
Like she has her own damn tablet.
Yeah. Yeah, what the hell? Hey, look at that carpet. Actually looks pretty cool. Oh, he's going for the double loadout.
No, he just wants to show off that fire AKM. The lava.
Dude, I've never cared about them, but now I don't even like when I play Call of Duty, I don't even pay attention to my gun.
Yep. I wish that was doing the only thing that it's lacking is that the lava isn't like moving.
Not motion, yeah.
Right, it's not animated lava. I mean, it still looks sick. It's just awesome coloring on it, but
yeah. Well, like I'm sure they probably will eventually get this to be.
Yeah, or they'll have other ones that will. Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think they
because
can.
they already have that one that was in the was that the CM Top Dog skin?
Yes, it was a little bit
It
animated.
was moving, right?
Yep.
But even that, like, think about what it takes to tell the programming that this one spot on the screen looks like lava.
I mean, so that's another one of the apps that I just got from Adobe. So the Adobe has the animator in it, and it'll
Yeah,
just kind of do it for you. So I don't know how hard that is. Like, you know what I mean? I haven't messed with it yet. I know that with AI and you know, look at how easy I can do the shit that I have with AI now. So a lot of the functions that we're thinking about are actually getting pretty easy because they have just programs that can just push a button and do it, right? Um, so I think some
true
things
enough.
might
I
be a
guess,
little bit
a lot of
easier.
the, yeah,
Like a
like,
basic animation like that to just make that look like, you know, flowing water is essentially all they do is just a different color scheme. I can do it with this fucking computer by a push of a button, actually, for that matter.
oh, really?
Yeah, I can make all of these colors. I can have a flowing background in the in the Corsair program, and
Yeah.
it'll make the colors of all of this computer match as though the flowing background was just like a highlight on the computer.
Oh, wow.
So
Crazy.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it's probably not super difficult anymore for that part of it.
Crazy. Just to, yeah, like where we are in this world, there's so it's so inspiring and so ugh at the same time. It's crazy. You know, because all these cool things that you can do are things that it's like, you know, in construction, perfect example. I work with guys that don't want to use a level. And you're like, dude, it's so nice though to use a level. It's this perfect, it's, you know, it has a job that it does its only job, it does very well. And, you know, people 100 years ago would have killed to have this thing and you just won't use it. Like, why?
Right.
Why not?
Well, it's like so I was at dinner on Saturday for my second Christmas or Thanksgiving dinner, and the doctor's dad, he pulls out his phone, and it's still like the 1995 flip phone, like the original, like pushing the button 3 times to put your C, push the button four
Yeah.
times to get the F. You know what I mean? When you're
The
sending a
T9,
text.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and I'm like, man, I didn't even know people still had them. He's like, well, I don't need a new one. He's like, it works for me.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah. It
I
still
get it.
makes phone
I'm like,
calls.
dude, I get it. I'm like, the thing was like in pristine condition too. I'm like, it looked like it was never been dropped or anything. Or he
Oh,
like bought
man.
like 30 of them at one point in time and just has them stored up. But
He just really liked that way it
that
fits, so he
phone,
just bought
right?
them all up.
I was like, man, I'm like, I get it. I'm like, if you don't need it, you don't need it. I said, but you know, especially like us, you know, we need it. We crypto's on my phone. You know what I mean? My
Yeah.
wallet is on my phone pretty much. I'm like, so I need a smartphone at this point to survive. But I mean, I was really surprised to see somebody still not the new flip phone because they have the new smart flip phones. This was the classic old school. He's playing Snake on the screen smartphone. I mean, it was
Snake.
or not smartphone, but phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Like analog phone. I don't even think it was digital. It's probably still
Snake.
analog.
Gotta love that. That's hilarious.
I was like, holy crap. But that's like you were saying, you know, people just don't want to adopt to the newer stuff because they don't need to, you know.
Yeah,
Really,
exactly.
really, really, really old people don't even have a cell phone. They still have dial phones on their fucking wall, and you know their grandchildren walk in the house and they're like, "What the hell is that?"
Well, that's where when you had that sound earlier, I was like flashback to my
Right, that same
grandma's
phone.
house.
Yep,
Yeah, and she still had one of those actually.
yep.
One of those. It wasn't the dial one, but it was the like beep beep beep
The
beep
rotary.
beep.
Oh
And
yeah,
so
the push button.
it had
Yeah,
that ring that when it rang,
it
that
still gave the
actually the
dial
headset
tone.
would move.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dial tone. Oh my God. That's why I'm like I said, I think I'm so stoked for what the future could be, but I'm like, man, if people don't start to realize how great it is, then all they want to do is just push in a direction that's not good.
Well, no, they'll just grow out of it, right? I mean, it will just still grow out of it. Ultimately, it's still going to all be adopted because the people that aren't adopting it are going to die off. It'll still move in. It's just you have the classic believers, traditionalists. That's the word I'm trying to think of.
It's weird though, because that's an interesting thought though, because the people who live that lifestyle are probably actually going to be gone before people like the Amish. You know, like those, like if you think about the Amish, like how they have old traditions that
Uh-huh.
still work and are still going, but they're having 15 kids, right?
Right.
And living as communities where a lot of people now, like, you know, like I'm not a parent, right? So my thoughts are only going to ruin a few people's lives, not
not
you know,
not the trajectory of
not,
the
yeah,
rest.
not directly spawned of mine, right?
He's
So
like, yeah, I'm terrible.
no,
Yeah,
but you're
again,
repping that gun with
no, that's Millennium. Yeah, I wasn't trying to get on you about it, but that was why we switched off of you. We just, I'm not gonna be the encourager of giving that away when when we're the show that that backs pretty much everything that they do. So
yeah, can't do it. I'm not getting in trouble.
right, I'm still waiting on some things, and to encourage other things to happen. I'm probably not gonna get some of those things. So. Yeah, no, like I said, it's not just you, Millennium. I know for a fact that other people did it the other day on stream. It's starting to be a more common shared thing as more people figure it out. Yeah, he has it pinned on the Gen chat. Actually, if you look, you go to the Gen chat. But he pinned it like way back in March, April, May, something like that. So like I said, it just is what it is. A lot of people have been slowly starting to give it out, but I know that to this day, Kyle still, when he goes in his spaces, still does not tell people how to do it. It's just a hint. Oh, you got to go. He just tells people to go check the basement and the computer, and that's all he tells them. That's as much as they give out. Discord's a Rubik's Cube for noobs. I mean, yeah, in a lot of ways. Oh yeah, a lot of people don't even understand what a pinned comment is, to be honest. So, like if you're not an actual Discord user. So like I said, I'm not mad at you for it. That's why we switched off. Just because we didn't want to have that on the VOD essentially. Off.
all and never stream again, or people will never share it. No, it's not that bad. You're not in the gulag. You're just
Yeah. It was
we're
just
not-
us making an executive decision.
not a
It had
big
nothing to
deal,
do with
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And us giving
Yeah, I
you,
mean-
giving you the knowledge that you, like you just said, you didn't know, right? You can't. Well, I mean, I don't know. America tries to say that ignorance isn't an excuse for bliss, or ignorance isn't an excuse for whatever you do. But you don't know. So, and like you said, he posted that in Discord months and months and months ago. I'm just a nerd like that, and I actually do go back and read pinned comments when I join places, especially if something like this.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I've never read a pinned comment, and I've even pinned comments knowing really what they do.
Yeah, I like to read pinned
Oh.
comments because I generally know that they're usually the more important shit than the random comments. So I'll usually start with pinned comments if it's something that I actually care about. Wait,
Yeah, no, I've
walking
never.
in a 7-Eleven with I'm assuming MetaMask saying I don't know and streaming. Oh. No, it's like, all of our chats that we're in, I've got pinned comments in almost all of them.
Oh yeah.
And then in our ZNN live chat, you'll see I'm gonna start pinning. Already have. I pinned some of the voice things so that if I'm not here, they're still there for you.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, because definitely. I want to start having a bit of an arsenal of those things, and then when you get your final ZNN stuff, it would definitely be good for me to have that
I mean,
on
I
my
ship
end.
the whole thing. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
ship the whole thing once, but now we don't even use that file anymore. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool. I get it totally because I mean, I'm in the same boat. I'm still every day like changing my own stream, so I know exactly what you're going through. So
Yeah, it's
But-
until you get it to where you want it, it's just
Yeah,
not
yeah.
done, and then it just you change one thing and you realize that, oh, it's just like fixing a fucking game. You change one thing and it breaks something else, so you're like, oh shit, well,
exactly.
now I got to move
Yeah.
this, now I got to move that, now I got to do this, now I got to do that.
Yeah, I finally just made a bunch of different ones because every time I was doing like Call of Duty or or Undead Blocks or Overwatch, I'd have to actually change
The layout for your screen.
the layout midstream where I can already have one pre-set up that's just for that game. So I'm doing all that now too. And
Just now, and I consider this basic. I have my starting screen. I have a Discord screen, or a scene, Discord scene, Chrome scene, Twitter Spaces scene, a gameplay scene, a sponsor break scene, a be right back scene, an ending scene. You know what I mean? And that's not even the extra crap that I still have in mind that I need to get done. That's not even any of the green screen spaces that I want to, scenes that I want to use. So. Yeah, I'm still a good long way off of all the crap. You're right. Yeah, almost, and because almost every game is set up a little bit different, you need to have almost an individual setup just for that, or else you end up doing arts and crafts every time. Oh, I got to move my screen
exactly.
here. Got to move my screen there. So
I have to move my chat box to accommodate my friggin'
so people can see what weapon I'm using.
Yes. So or so I can see my map.
Yeah, that too. Right.
Because on mine.
The way that you play, you see your actual stream on your screen too. Yeah.
Well, I have my chat and my exactly.
I use my OBS for all of that. So like I'm looking right now at the OBS. I'm watching him play on the OBS. I'm watching you sitting on my OBS. Like it's basically watching the stream.
So, but how would you play though? If you were gonna play,
if I do that, it goes on my game. No, it goes on my main stream, and it would just replace the screen that we're watching essentially.
But can you play while in OBS? So
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I can pop it up right now.
Wow. Okay.
Let's go straight to gameplay and open up the game because I think I have it minimized.
Oh, I see. And then I got it. And then you're still playing in. I got you. Okay. Yeah, makes sense.
So, and then I can play. I could actually run all three of them if I take the time to fix it. Put everybody in. Oh, we're on Chrome.
Cool.
So now we will we'll let who are we watching? Unfit Prodigy. And I almost forgot who we were watching. I did forget who we were watching, to be honest. So we'll finish watching Unfit Prodigy, finish this round. And then we will raid over to him as I get ready for my afternoon of more meetings.
Down to the last two, if you can just take him out with a knife. Taunting him.
He only has to kill one of them and he can go get ammo.
That's true. Oh, see, he knows though. He's like, these guys are gonna kill me. See? Yeah, you're gonna die. No, don't die. Don't do it.
I run a projector screen. Maybe I shouldn't. Well, why not? I mean, it depends. It depends on you. Like, I can't actually play too many games on giant screens. I need to have them, like under 40-something inches for me to feel comfortable.
Oh, really? What, does it bug your eyes out, or?
It's just, because it depends. Like, so since it's on my computer, that means if I'm going to play on the big screen TV, I'm going to be sitting closer to the computer, or closer to the TV. So now it's just too much, right?
Right.
So, and then it depends on the game. If it's a shooter game, I don't like having that big of a screen on a shooter game. If I'm playing like basketball or Madden or something like that, then it's a little bit different. But now from OBS, so I can see what the viewer sees. Well, I don't know how the projectors run, but you should be able to split screen it if you wanted to. So, all right, I'm going to do one more ad break, and then we're going to raid over to
And now, a word from our sponsors. Zombie Network News is powered by FlyingPhoenixPCs.com, Quality Reborn. Go to FlyingPhoenixPCs.com to get your quality custom PC using coupon code ZNNUB at checkout for some amazing savings. They even have pre-built PCs with prices starting at just $700. Support Zombie Network News when buying your new PC from FlyingPhoenixPCs.com by using the coupon code ZNNUB.
All right, guys, we appreciate you guys for watching today. I am going to try to find Unfit Prodigy here to raid him.
Thank you so much for hanging out, everyone. It's always a pleasure hanging with you guys for the day.
We will see you guys again tomorrow morning. Don't know what we're going to talk about yet. We'll definitely be getting some gameplay in again. I'll fix the intro for tomorrow again, because now that's going to be customized every single day. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate you all for watching. We love you. Thank you for refollowing Istis. We appreciate that sub today, Afro Thundercat, and everybody watched. We appreciate you guys all for being here every day as usual.
Thanks so much, guys. Take care.
Starting a raid, that takes a couple seconds. All right, guys. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. All right, then. Another good one.